We did finish the game yesterday. It took us about 6 hours, but we're playing it again today to do some achievement hunting. I know there is a speedrunning achievement, which is to finish the game within 4 hours with everyone alive. So we do have to save everyone still. Because we have to speedrun to save everyone, we are not going to be reading any of the documents. I think I'll save that for when we have to kill everyone off. And I do want to go through the documents again because I want to really assess and hone in to what the information was. Because yesterday we kind of just, I don't know what you would say, like we flopped our way to a correct guess. We're going to do a new game. And we're going to try to finish within 4 hours. So we are starting with the speed run, save all. Let me get my bearings. Okay. Just going to go past all this. Don't really need the tutorial anymore. Go on then. Get me. You know you want to. Do it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Please, make it quick. I'm pretty sure we played as Clive there. Everyone ready for dialogue?
You hear something, Peggy?
Huh? Hear what?
I thought I heard someone yelling, or I don't know, a howl.
Forrest, is this a joke?
No, I almost swore I heard something.
Oh, and here I was thinking you'd finally started to ease up. You probably just heard some cats outside.
Cats?
You know, 4 legs, whiskers, tails, not dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I know what a cat is. But I mean, does Gallows Creek have a stray cat problem or something?
Not since the rats moved in. Anyway, you ready to do the pre-flight checks?
Seriously?
Now, let's get the show started. After your introduction, our first segment is Guess That Scream.
I thought that was a joke.
Nope, and don't blame me for this one. It's Reggie all the way, and he demands we do it tonight. Okay, you're live in 3, 2...
189.16.
Oh, Forrest, there's a call coming in. Okay, Forrest, shut the music off.
Welcome to 189.16, The Scream. Caller, you're talking to Forrest Nash. What's going on with you tonight?
Forrest, thank God I made it through. My name is Leslie Harper. I'm the 911 operator and police dispatcher for Gallows Creek.
Are
Welcome
you
to the show,
calling
Leslie.
in?
Are you calling in to guess that scream?
Oopsie, oopsie. Sorry.
As a 911 operator, I bet you may have an educated guess.
What? No! Look, I found a body and I need your help.
911 is calling me to report a body. Interesting setup. All right, I'll bite. What's the punchline then?
Forrest, I recognize her voice. I'm pretty sure that actually is our 911 operator. I think this is real.
Peggy, I'm not gonna be happy if this is a prank. I don't do prank segments on my shows. It's in my contract.
Forrest, I really don't think this is a prank.
Leslie, I'll level with you. I find this hard to believe, but I'll hear you out. What exactly is going on?
Sheriff Matthews is dead.
What? Sheriff Matthews is dead?
I couldn't get any response from the department. That's never happened before, so I came to the station and I found him.
Oh, God, poor Sheriff Matthews. Do you know what happened to him?
Someone got him. Someone got up very close, and I really don't want to say what they did to him.
So
Did
the
he fight
dialogue
back?
was a little
I don't
bit
know.
different this time,
I think he
but we
tried.
got the same amount of
He's
information.
surrounded by bullet casings. I think he
Thank you
tried
for the
to shoot at
follow.
whoever it was, but
Or the other officers.
I don't understand. Where are the other officers? Do they know? Have they secured the scene or whatever cops are supposed to do?
no. I checked everywhere. Deputy Martinez is here, but she's knocked out, tied up, and locked in a holding cell. I called you right after I found her.
God. Wait. Please don't tell me that this hick town only has 2 cops.
Don't be ridiculous. We have 3, but Officer Gunderson is on leave in Cancun.
Leslie, do you have any idea who could have done this?
Not a clue. I didn't see anything on my way over.
Leslie, you need to call over to Henderson or Quiet Ridge. They need to send someone over from their department.
I tried, but I can't call anything but local numbers. Something's wrong. I'll have to go there myself, let them know what's going on, and bring help back with me.
But if you leave while there's a murderer on the loose, who's gonna man the emergency line?
That's why I called. Forrest, I've routed all 911 calls to come in to you.
Horrible idea.
No, I'm sorry, but this is a terrible idea. What on earth made you think to do that?
You're the only person with experience manning a phone line around here. You're the only person equipped for the job. Besides, there are lots of transferable skills between the two.
I feel like
It's
this
like
could work for
everything.
anyone in
You ask
HR,
questions
really.
to get information.
Anyone with a desk job.
Keep people talking.
Anyone in
Well,
customer
guide
service.
the conversation and know when to jump in.
You do know that I'm so good at interviews. They sent me from Chicago to Gallows Creek, right?
So I've heard. But that doesn't matter. And besides, there are 2 of you. You can talk to each other, discuss ideas, work together. Hell, let's have some on-the-job training right now. I have an emergency. I need to get an unconscious Deputy Martinez out of that holding cell. It looks like whoever attacked her threw the keys into the cell after they locked the door.
Is there any way you can reach the keys?
No. There aren't any bars to the cell, and the door itself only has a food tray slot. And that's too narrow for me to reach through.
There's gotta be another way in.
There's got to be another set of keys somewhere in that office. Those can't be the only ones.
Of course. Yes, there must be another set.
Where might another set be?
On the body.
Maybe Sheriff Matthews had a set of keys on him when he... You know.
I couldn't see any at a glance, but I didn't really look up close. 1 second.
Life is great for me right now.
Sick.
I hope it is for you too.
I'm just gonna turn you over and... Oh. Please don't stare at me. Oh, wait. That might be them. I think I got the cell keys.
Good job,
Looks like
Leslie.
Sheriff Matthews might have saved his deputy. Do the keys work?
They do. Give me a minute to untie Deputy Martinez. I'll be right back.
So far, so good, I suppose. How are you feeling, Forrest?
I'm quitting KFM as a prank, if this is a prank. So we are speedrunning this game. We did complete it yesterday. So we're just
I
going
swear
through
to
all
God,
the other
Maggie,
options.
If this is some sort of joke, I'm leaving this town. I've never heard of anything like this happening in broadcast.
I've never heard about anything like this either. But we're here now, Forrest, and we've just got to see what happens next.
Come on, Martinez. There we go. Just gonna sit you in your office chair. We'll head to my car in a minute. I'm back. Deputy Martinez is still out cold. I'm taking her in the car with me to get help in Henderson. If the killer came back now, Martinez would be a sitting duck.
It's the right thing to do.
That's a good idea. We don't want to take any risks right now.
Thank you, Forrest. You and Peggy just worked together like you did earlier. You can do this. Now I'll be back as soon as What? My car! My car is on fire!
What do you mean it's on fire?
How the hell? Did it just go up in smoke? What happened?
Wait. What? No way. This can't. Oh, Forrest, we have big trouble.
What's happening? What's that noise? It sounds like whistling?
Whistling? It can't be.
Oh my god. I can see him, but he's dead, right? Right? But that mask, how the hell is he?
Who, Leslie? Who?
The Whistling Man!
The Whistling Man? Who's the Whistling Man?
He was a serial killer back in the 50s, wore that mask. But he's dead! What the hell?
Oh, God. Do you think he attacked Sheriff Matthews and Deputy Martinez?
He's coming this way!
Lock the doors.
Leslie, stay inside and lock the doors.
Right. Shit, we need a new plan. My car's torched, we need to think!
Take a cruiser.
There should be police cruisers at the sheriff's office, right? Like, you should take one of those.
Yeah, that could work. Let me check if Martinez has any, just reach into your pocket there, deputy, and yes, got him. Keys for squad car 3. I saw that parked out front when I got here.
Nice one, Forrest. Good thinking.
But wait, how am I supposed to get us to the car? The Whistling Man is right there.
The sheriff's gun? But it's empty.
The sheriff must have a gun, right? Can you see it?
There was a gun next to him.
You
Let
can
me
bluff
grab
with it.
Shit, it's empty.
He must have emptied it trying to defend himself.
Is there a weapon lockup?
There must be a weapon lockup in the station, right? Could you grab something from
Thank
there?
you for the
I saw
follow.
it earlier, but as you might have guessed, it was locked.
You don't have this game. What's it about? So this is Killer Frequency. As you're seeing right now, we are helping the police to save the citizens of our small town from a serial killer.
Are there any other weapons lying around that you could use?
This police officer, Leslie, is going to be leaving the town in order to get reinforcements from a nearby one, because all of the phone lines are cut off right now. So we're going to be in charge of helping navigate and secure where the citizens go. So we have maps, we have our normal radio stuff, and we have Peggy who will help us, who's behind there. Bring the taser.
I mean, it's got to be the taser,
We did complete
right?
this game yesterday, and it did just release yesterday as well, so...
Wait. Do you hear that?
No, I don't hear
No,
anything.
I can't hear anything.
Exactly. It's gone quiet. No more knocking.
Can you still see him?
You said
No,
you
this
could
is not
see
my
the
first
Whistling Man earlier.
playthrough.
Can you
I actually
still see
completed
him?
the game yesterday. It took about 6 hours. This is my second time playing through it now. We're going to try to save everyone,
Car 3, it's right there.
and we're also going to try to speed run it. There's an achievement where you finish the game within 4
It's
hours.
time to move. Just lean on me. Yep. There you go.
Are you sure about this, Leslie?
No time like the present, right? So, here we go. Again, you're hooked into dispatch now, so I should be able to radio you when I reach the car. If I reach it. Speak to you soon.
Good luck.
Good luck, Leslie.
We're the authority
That's
now.
a brave woman. God, I hope she makes it through this.
You know, I've got to say, this really wasn't what I expected when I came into work today.
Well, they always say you have to be ready for everything in live radio.
Play.
I think we've got Leslie back on the line. I'm
Don't
putting the
play.
call through.
Hello? Forrest? Peggy? This is Leslie. Are you there? Over.
We're here, over.
We're here, Leslie. So I guess you made it to the car then. Over?
Sorry about the CB chat. Old habit.
Keep using it.
Yes, we made it to the car. Deputy Martinez is in the passenger seat, still out cold. I don't see the Whistling Man anywhere, and I don't plan to wait for him. So I'm going to get us moving. Jesus! God damn it! Get back! Get away from her!
What's happening?
Leslie, what's happening?
No whistling! No! Get off her, you son of a bitch! Yeah! Take that!
Get out of there.
Leslie, what are you waiting for? Get out of there!
Don't worry, Deputy Martinez. We're out of here.
Sounds like you handled that pretty well.
Forrest, that taser, definitely the right call. Oh my god, I can't believe we escaped.
Well done, Leslie. You saved a life. Just another day for you.
Oh my god, yeah. But let me tell you, I prefer doing it from your side of the phone.
Leslie, how long do you think it's going to take to get help?
Gallows Creek isn't nowheresville, but it's pretty damn close. It's going to take a while, maybe 2-3 hours each way. Slightly less if I put my foot down.
Nope.
You keep that pedal.
You better
to the
go
floor,
quick.
then. We'll see when you're back.
You don't have to tell me twice. Anyway, once I'm in... Oh, I think Deputy Martinez is starting to stir. Forrest, Peggy, I've got to go. I'll be out of range soon, but I'll radio back as soon as I can once I got the cavalry.
Don't
Try not
crash.
to crash. We need you back in one piece.
Good luck, Leslie. Feel better soon, Deputy Martinez.
Okay.
Folks, you heard it here. We've got a killer on the streets of Gallows Creek tonight. Please make sure to stay safe. And Leslie, we're counting on you. We're gonna get back to the show meanwhile. If you have anything on your mind or have any information about this Whistling Man character, then give us a call. We'll talk here on 189.16, The Scream. For now, here's another hit record for you all to enjoy.
We already have another caller on the line.
All right, let's do this. Hello, caller. You're live on The Scream with me, Forrest Nash.
What? I dialed 911. I need the sheriff right away.
Okay, right. Well, I'm filling in for 911 tonight. What's your name and what's your trouble?
My name is Sandra Sharp, and I need the cops now.
I'm sorry, Sandra, but the sheriff is dead. We're trying to get help in from Henderson now.
What? God. Listen, you've got to help me then. I drove to the edge of town for a jazz run, and now some psycho dressed like the Whistling Man is after me, knife in hand.
Oh God, it's actually happening.
Where are you now?
Where are you now? Did you escape to somewhere safe?
Oh, I did, baby. I jazz ran all the way to my car and nothing flat. But I dropped my keys somewhere along the way. I never locked the door, so I've got a place to hide, but I can't get moving.
Anywhere else you can go?
Is there anywhere else you can go?
You know, if I was the
Yeah,
killer and
friends
I happened
nearby.
upon those keys,
Oh, I'm not going back out there.
I would press the alarm button. Because surely that's where she would be going.
Oh, shoot. Oh, he's back. Look, I don't know anything about cars, but I gotta start this engine without the keys. And you're gonna have to help me.
Wait, I don't...
You don't have to sound like a killer
I've
yourself.
got a toolkit buried beneath my spare sweatbands. I'll call you back when I find it.
You're listening to 189.16, The Scream. Hosted by me, Forrest Nash, your friendly neighborhood radio host, mechanic, and savior. Sit tight while the record spins, folks. This one goes out to you, Sandra. Now it's time to go with The Flow. And this is their hit, Crying for Help. Doesn't the station have a show about cars?
The tough thing
Tomorrow
about the
Twins or
speedrun
something?
is going to be remembering where everything
Twins
is.
Talk Motors. Yeah. You know they're not even brothers.
Really? They look the same, though.
I know, but they're not even related. It's weird. I asked them about it once, and they got really sweaty and defensive.
We do need to find like
Go see what
manuals,
you can
maps,
find.
documents
The offices are
in order
out
to
the
help
door
us
down the hall.
navigate. Okay, I'm leaving. If I remember correctly, this one was in the bathroom.
This looks useful.
Okay.
You find anything?
Yeah, I found a magazine about hot wiring cars.
Well, that sounds perfect. Time to turn the music off.
So we do have like that item tray
Caller
available
on
to
line
us,
1.
Thanks, Peggy.
but it's really hard to see anything from there.
We're back with 189.16, The Scream. How are you holding up, Sandra?
The creep's looking through the parking lot trying to find me. But I've got my tools, and I'm ready to get this hunk of junk moving. How do we start this baby?
Okay, unscrew the steering column.
Unscrew the steering column.
All right. Just turn. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Sandra's really cute, but she's really annoying too.
God, how long are these screws? Okay, cover's off. Okay, there's a bunch of wires down here all paired up, and oh God, my heart is pumping.
Tell me exactly what you see. We want to keep
Tell
focus.
me exactly what you see.
Okay, I can do this. There's a red wire, a blue wire, a yellow wire, a green wire, and a brown wire.
Serial number?
What's the serial number on the steering column?
The number is 576-894-320.
I believe this is the same code as before. In which case it would be red and blue. Let me just double check. Yeah.
Strip the blue and red
So
wires
that's not
and twist
randomized.
them together.
Okay, here we go. Blue and red and twist and turn and... Oh,
Wait.
Oh, don't listen to me, Jazz.
Wait.
3 pink wires going into the stereo. What do we do?
If the radio turns on and won't turn off, cut the left pink wire. Okay.
Cut the left wire.
Okay, I don't remember that happening last time.
Oh no. He's walking toward the car. Oh, what do I do?
Strip the... Oh, so I was wrong. Wait, huh? If there is a 0 at the end and a 3 doesn't come before a 6. Oh, it's red and yellow. I
Strip
was
and twist
wrong.
together the red and yellow wires.
This is what happens when I just
Take the red
speed
and
through
the
it.
yellow, and we twist and we turn. Oh, perfect. I also see pink and purple wire. What next?
Okay, strip the purple and brush.
Strip the purple wire and brush against the twisted wires.
Okay.
Somehow this doesn't bode well for the rest of the speed run. I have to be more careful.
Fantastic work, baby. Anytime you want to come down to the jazz studio, you get in for free.
You just keep driving now, okay? And get home safe.
Get home safe, Sandra.
Will do, babies.
We did it, Forrest!
We sure did.
I don't think the
Here's
number
another hit track
changed.
that we're excited to share with you.
And remember,
But
if you're
it
also having
could've.
car troubles, then tune in to Timberline Twins Talk Motors here on
Must have.
189.16, Monday to Friday at 5.
So we don't need
Take
this
it
anymore.
away, Forrest.
You're gonna love this next track. Welcome to The Scream with me, Forrest Nash.
Yeah, Leslie. This is Maurice Russell from the Gallows Reporter. I'm at the office. This guy just broke in downstairs and... Wait. Forrest Nash? I want to speak to 911. Put Leslie on.
What? God,
Sorry.
another one?
Not here.
Leslie's driving to Henderson right now. She left me in charge.
Why on earth is Leslie... Oh, never mind. Just put me on with Sheriff Matthews.
Sheriff Matthews is dead.
Dead? What happened? Did you witness the incident? Are you willing to do an interview for the reporter? I can cite you as an anonymous source, if that's a concern.
We're live on the air. Anything we say can and will be broadcast.
Live on... Damn it. All right. There's obviously a lot more going on than I know.
Yeah, there's a lot happening tonight. You said someone broke in.
That's nothing to get worked up about. Some idiot kid just broke in, dressed as the Whistling Man. Teens. They get worse every year. This punk wasn't even a disappointing twinkle in his daddy's eye when Edward Marshall Mooney stalked the town. But I was there. I covered it.
And now he's back.
Maurice, I don't know what's going on, but he's back. The Whistling Man is back.
Don't be an ass, Nash. Every year this happens. They think it's funny. Not a big deal, old man. But they didn't live through the terror 30 years ago. Anyway, I know for a fact. Edward Marshall Mooney is dead. I don't know who I'm looking at on the security monitor. But if he killed Sheriff Matthews...
Where are you now?
I'm in the boardroom, upstairs. We got security cameras all around the building. You can watch them on any TV set here. And there's a set in the boardroom.
Maurice, is there any way you can get out of there?
I sure as shit hope so, kid. But I'm not sure how I'm going to do it.
So
That
strong.
crash you heard was him tipping over my filing cabinets. He's blocking the stairs.
I'm guessing the stairs are the only way out.
That's right. And it would take me a good few minutes to move those cabinets.
We need to do something. But what? All we can do from here is... Forrest, I think I've got it. Why don't we call the killer? They'd have a bunch of phones set up across the office, right? In different rooms, with different extensions. So we call one of them. Draw the killer away.
Buy Maurice time. That could work.
Exactly.
It's worth a shot.
I can hear you, you know. The son of a bitch hasn't killed me yet.
Sorry, Maurice. Peggy and I were just trying to figure out...
You realize how stupid that plan sounds, right? For that to be successful, you're gonna need every phone extension. Plus, a plan of the entire office floor. All delivered while the killer is en route. I've got it. And thank God I've always been cool under pressure. Don't go anywhere.
So I have a thought, right? And this is like a bit of a spoiler. So I'm wondering if there's a way
You don't think the killer
to
got him,
discern
do you?
who the killer
Mr.
is.
Russell.
I'm here. Freak's going to be here any second.
That was me trying to keep it as vague
Go
as
check your
possible.
fax machine.
I know we have some viewers in here who haven't seen the game yet. But for those of you who have,
I'll go
I
pick
wonder
up
if there's
that
a way to
napkin.
discern the killer.
Go, Forrest. The fax machine's in the office on the other side of the hall.
Thanks,
Got it.
Peggy. Be right back. Okay. Go to the office on the other end of the hall. Grab the fax from the machine. Easy.
Gonna
This
grab
must be
this.
it.
I'm also gonna grab this.
Hey, did you get the fax?
Yep.
Yes, I have.
Okay, Forrest, shut the music off.
Mr. Russell, you still with us?
I am. You get my fax?
Yep, right here.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Good. I knew you could at least manage that.
Okay, folks, we're back on the line with Maurice. Let's see if we can help him avoid the Whistling Man.
Here's the situation. The Whistling Man searched every room in the hall leading up to the boardroom. And now, he's in the office next door.
I'm ready on my end, Forrest. Again, we want to draw the killer away by dialing an extension number, and then move Maurice somewhere safe. So, what extension should I call?
We're gonna call the editor's office.
Call the editor's office. The extension is 03.
Got it. I'll put the call through when you're ready.
All right, Nash. Where do I need to go?
We're gonna put him in the archives.
You're moving to the archives.
Yeah, that makes sense. Go somewhere he's already checked. Not bad, Nash.
I'm ready to place the call. Are you ready, Mr. Russell?
Don't have much choice, do I?
We know that he has to go into
Yes,
the
sir.
archives anyway
Calling now.
to find something. I forgot what.
I can't believe it. He's actually heading to my office.
Oh, a radio.
It was all Peggy's idea. Credit goes to her.
Don't mention it.
The coast is clear. I'm shutting off the TV so he won't see me on the security cameras.
Good move.
Then, making my move. I'll call when I get there.
Do you think he'll make it okay?
I'm sure he'll be fine.
I'm glad that he's smart. Part of me
find some
wishes
way
that
for
it
him
was
to
a
get past
choice
that
that we give
barricade.
him to turn off
What
the
do you
TV
I don't think
of the
calling
security
Whistling
cams,
Man is
but
gonna buy Maurice enough time
you
to
know,
move those cabinets.
since it's not, I'm glad
gotta
that the
think of something
NPC is
else.
smart enough to do it.
Maybe we could... Oh! Call incoming. You ready?
Yep.
Ready as I'll ever be. I put him through.
Alrighty. Mr. Russell, are you there?
I am. I don't think he saw me. I've got to give you credit for that, but I'm not out of the woods yet.
Right, let's review where we are. So, the only way out is by the stairs, which the Whistling Man has blocked with furniture.
Exactly. I can move the furniture out of the way, but not quickly or quietly.
Could you lock him in a room? That'd probably buy you time enough, right?
Maybe. But the damn fire regulations say every door in the office has to unlock from the inside. He'd be able to get out just as soon as... Wait. No. I got it. The secret archive through my office, where we keep our most sensitive records.
Ooh, a secret archive? Reggie would love that. What have you got back there? Juicy secrets about outer space?
Ah, I didn't know you were into conspiracies, Peggy.
I may have borrowed a few tapes from our manager's office. He has quite the collection.
Will you two chatterboxes pipe down? I've got it all figured out.
We're
Secret
bonding.
archive. There's no lock on the inside of that room, only the outside. You can't break out. If we can get him in there, and I lock him in...
We can catch the son of a gun.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Forrest, we might be able to end the nightmare right here. So should I call the secret archive then?
You can't. The archive is a room for secrets, not gossip. So we don't have a phone in there.
Oh, we're gonna need to change it up then. Any ideas, Forrest?
Use a radio?
Maybe we could use a radio.
There's no radio in the secret archives.
Are there no radios at your offices?
I don't have one in my office, but...
What is it?
Our sports reporter, Hopkins. He has a little portable radio he never turns off when he's here.
I'm glad you got a radio fan there. Does he listen to 189.16, The Scream? Gallows Creek's best and only late-night call-in show.
Every time.
Jesus, Nash. I'd expect that level of self-advertisement from Brian Ponte, not you.
Don't be a Ponty, Forrest.
That's low.
Will you idiots focus now?
Okay, I am wasting time with these other
Should still be
options.
It should be here in the archives, actually. Let me just take a peek around.
Please.
Great job, Forrest. Looks like you picked the perfect place.
He hadn't found it yet. Let's congratulate ourselves later.
I found the radio. It's right where I thought it would be.
It's all coming together.
I'm just gonna turn it on quickly, make sure it's still got some juice.
Maurice, turn the volume down. We don't want that thing blasting just yet.
Yeah, I knew that, Nash. I was just doing that when you yelled at me.
Mm-hmm.
The radio works. If I make it out alive, Hopkins might just get that day off he wanted. He's earned it.
Let's do it for Hopkins, Forrest.
It only took a
Wait.
killer event.
Ah, God damn it. If I can't have this stupid thing turned up, how am I supposed to draw the killer? I can't be in the room when it's on, or I'm dead.
You just... Oh, that's a good point. But wait, we're the radio. We
Yeah,
can just
Peggy.
be quiet until you're ready.
If you can do that, then... Yeah, sure. 189.16. Now, even when I know something for a fact, I like to double check. But after your earlier self-advertisement, Nash, I don't think that's necessary. I've got the radio on silent, but I'm tuned in. Now, I just need to get to my office.
Sounds like we need to make another call, Forrest. Where should we send the killer?
Okay, now we're gonna send him into the boardroom.
Call the boardroom. The extension is 04.
That might work. The boardroom is fairly close to the editor's office, but we haven't seen the killer go there yet. Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. Make the call.
Okay, calling the boardroom now.
If the killer has to walk all the way into the kitchen, that's a lot of time that's wasted. And we don't know if
He's on
Maurice
the
is
move.
gonna cross paths with
I'll
him.
call you guys from my office in a second.
And well,
Looks like
we
we're
can't have him
almost
go
through
into
this
the
nightmare.
archives, right?
Any idea what you'll say to draw the killer in?
I'll impersonate him.
I'm gonna do my best impersonation of Maurice. I think that'll draw the killer in.
What's your Mr. Russell impression?
I think I gave that masked freak the slip.
Hey, that's pretty
What a
good.
great plan this is, Pearl.
I'll give you an A for effort. Ooh, call coming in. Here we go.
I'm here. The radio's set up in the secret archive. Just give me the signal, and I'll turn it all the way up.
Where will you hide in the meantime?
Good question. It's under my desk, but you can see under it. I've got a big cabinet, but that'll take me a second to get into.
Anywhere else?
Not really. There's the secret archive itself, but that's where the killer.
Not an option.
I could try the cubicles, but they're pretty far away. Your judgment has kept me alive so far, Nash. What do you reckon?
Cabinet.
Hide in your cabinet.
All right. Well, this is it. I'm going to go turn the radio up to full blast now. Don't say anything until I've had time to hide. You got it?
We know the plan. You can trust us.
Got it.
Here we go.
Don't press anything.
I think it should be safe now, Forrest.
Peggy!
That's it. No more hiding. I'm a tough old man. I've been on the beat longer than you've been alive. Come on down, Whistling Man. Come and get a knuckle sandwich.
He's really leaning into this impersonation.
Listeners, this is Forrest Nash of 189.16, The Scream. And if you've just tuned in,
See you in hell, kid!
we've just locked up the Whistling Man.
Nice.
Forrest, you beautiful bastard! I can't believe that actually worked!
Come on, Maurice, was there ever any doubt?
Thank God it's over. I'll be off now. Gotta get out of here. Write up a few notes. Call a few friends. I'd feel safer waiting for the cops to come grab this freak with some company. Hey, maybe you and me could do an interview tomorrow for the Gallows Reporter.
I'll think about it. Let's see what tomorrow brings.
I'll take that as a yes. Talk to you soon.
There we are, folks. The Whistling Man is locked up. Let's all take a deep breath.
And play some killer tunes.
Stopped.
Caller, you're on 189.16, The Scream, with...
Ash! Shut up and listen to me!
Mr. Russell? What's wrong? Are you okay?
I said listen! He's gone! The Whistling Man is gone!
He's gone? What happened?
Well, after our call, I cleared the stairs and went home.
As you should have.
Some buddies, we came back here to keep watch.
Then
Also a
what
good
happened?
idea.
I'm getting to that. We came back here.
Good idea to stay around
Door was
people.
shut, just as I left it. We had a couple of drinks and, well, there was a bunch of us and we were all armed.
Not so smart to go
They
back to the
thought
scene
we
of the
could
crime.
teach the freak a lesson before the cops got him.
I don't blame you. I would have been tempted to do the same.
Have you both got a screw loose? You know what the Whistling Man's done tonight.
This was not my idea. The guys just grabbed their weapons and unlocked the door. I braced myself and
Yeah, then
nothing. The room was empty. The door was still locked. How the hell did he get out?
are you sure it was still locked?
I'm telling you, it was locked. No way out of there. None.
Maybe. I mean, I know it's crazy, but if he's back from the dead, then
Don't be ridiculous, Peggy.
it would explain things. I mean, how do we know he's not?
I wonder how soundproof the secret archives are.
Whoa, did you say something, Maurice?
Baloney. I said baloney. Look, I don't want anything more to do with this. I'm clearing out of Dodge. And I recommend you and everyone listening do the same.
It's a good warning.
He seems really spooked.
Wouldn't you be if you got attacked by a serial killer who turned out to be a demonic spirit?
He's not a demon, Peggy.
Yeah, you're probably right. But what do we do now?
We just hang out and chill.
Oh, shoot. I just noticed we have a caller waiting. I really hope it's nothing serious.
Evening, caller. This is Forrest Nash, host of 189.16, The Scream. And tonight's 911 stand-in.
This
Good
is
way to lead.
Murphy.
Oh, it's Murphy.
Hello, Murphy. What have you got for us tonight?
Two things, Forrest. First, happy birthday to my son, Fernando. He's 3 today, and man, being his daddy has changed my life. I've learned how to live, how to laugh, most importantly,
How to love.
how to love.
Aw, happy birthday, Fernando.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Fernando.
Thanks. And now, my other thing. I'm putting the word out to this so-called killer. You think you're tough, huh? Big man with a big knife, huh? Prove it. Come face me, a true warrior at Gallows Waste Disposal Plant. Guess what?
Are you gonna kick his ass, Murphy?
Are you gonna kick his ass, Murphy?
Goddamn right! I'm gonna kick his ass! I got all the
Do
tapes
that.
in Master Robbins' Dojo series. So get ready, Whistling Man. You just let loose the junkyard dog.
We gotta hype him up.
Oh, no.
So,
And there he goes.
our first
Ladies and
playthrough,
gentlemen,
Murphy
keep your fingers
died.
crossed for
So,
Murphy
we're gonna
as
make
he
sure to
tries
keep him
become
alive this time,
our
hopefully.
hometown hero. Although, having heard that Master Robbie ad earlier, well, don't get your hopes up too much. Anyway, we'll be right back after this commercial.
Teddy Gallows Jr. is a
Oh,
family
boy.
man.
Let's find out from our next caller who's got their vote.
We got a caller. You know what to do.
Hello, caller. You're live on the stream with me, Forrest Nash. Who's there? Who is this? Hello. Are you still with us?
Forrest? He called me? That horrible whistling down the phone.
Is this Virginia?
He's coming for me?
Jesus.
Okay, listen, caller. Don't panic. We've done this a few times now. We can help you.
A few times already? So, you saved them, or?
We sure did. You're in safe hands.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna help you. Can you tell me your name, caller?
I'm Dr. Sullivan. Virginia. Sorry.
Take some deep breaths, Virginia. You're gonna be okay.
Please don't let me die.
I
Virginia
won't.
Sullivan.
Just calm down. Tell me where you are right now. What's your address?
Oh God.
Can you hide?
Maybe you can hide in your house?
He'll find me. I know he'll find me.
Can you run away?
Can you run out back?
No. What if he's outside, waiting for me? Oh God.
Is there a neighbor you can call for help?
No. Everyone's away tonight. There's just a fraternity down the street.
You live by a frat house.
Yes. They're having a
Killed some
party.
time there, going through the
Takeout
other
coming in
options.
all night. Fun covered in beer cans. They're getting wasted. And I'm about to get... Oh God.
Virginia, what's the name of the frat?
It's... Oh God. I can't think. I can't.
Any idea what the frat might be, Peggy?
If I knew where she was, I might know, but... Wait, the takeout! If we can get takeout to the frat, we can get a message to them to go and help. Virginia, who did they order takeout from?
I don't know.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. We'll figure it out.
I can't do this.
I said not to worry about
Well,
it.
folks, seems like our Virginia hung up. While we try to figure out what takeout to order, here's some music for your own midnight snacks.
Okay. So we gotta go out here. Will you let me?
Peggy, what places do takeout
No.
in Gallows Creek?
Off the top of my head? Well... There's the barbecue place, Grilling Spree.
Grilling
and you can
Spree.
order from Chalupa Cabras.
Chalupa Cabras.
Oh, and of course we have Ponte's Pizza. That's it, I
Ponte's.
think.
The trifecta. Okay. Let's get
All
calling.
right. We'll call each place and ask who they deliver to tonight.
That's not going to work. Takeout
I'm ready to
client
go.
privilege.
What?
There was a lot of competition back in the day. Things got ugly. It's a long story. But what we can do is this. We figure out where the frat boys ordered from, call the takeout pretending to be from the frat, place an order, and include a note asking them to call the station.
There's no other way, is there?
Not that I can see.
I hate this town.
You know, it's things like this that make me hate this town.
Complain after you save her, Forrest.
Okay. Let me go. Let me go now.
Got any suggestions on where to look?
Check the offices for anything food related. And maybe the kitchen downstairs. You'll need a key for that.
Okay.
I'll just slide it under my door now.
Okay, let me
Thanks,
go.
Peggy.
Let me go.
God, where to start? What would make me order from somewhere if I were a partying frat boy?
Okay, so we already
We have a
know
food
where the
critic,
pizza
right?
box
Chad
is.
or Brad or... I'll just have to look around.
Okay, kitchen is this way. And the pizza box is here.
Rooting through trash.
Was there
This is a
anything
new
else
one.
that I needed in
Ooh.
here? I can't
Interesting
recall.
offer.
Hey, find anything useful?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have.
That's great. Are you ready to get back on the line?
Yep.
Let's make the call.
Okay, Forrest. What'll it be?
Call Ponte's Pizza.
You got it. Ponte's Pizza is on the line.
Ponte's Pizza. May I take your order?
Frat men calling. We're in major need of foods for dudes.
He loves his impersonations, huh?
May I take your order?
Garlic bread.
I need some garlic bread. I need the bread.
Can do. Where do you want that delivered?
Same place as before, you know. The frat house.
Got it. And we'll have that over to you right away.
Oh, and one more thing. Can you add a note to the order that says to call K-Fam?
K-Fam? Oh, consider it done. The folks at K-Fam are huge fans of Ponty's Pizza, you know. I should really call them and let them know.
Oh no, he's gonna call us.
And now we wait.
We should put a song on.
Agreed. This one goes out to our delivery workers. Let Storm Riders take you on a rock and roll ride with the Glam Jam.
Love this. I'm gonna save as soon as it lets me.
Hold that thought, Forrest. We've got a call coming in.
Oh, okay. I wanted to throw this paper, but I guess you won't let me.
Hello, caller. You're live on the Scream with me, Forrest Nash.
Hey, this is Fratman Bunker. We got some garlic bread and a note to call
Nice.
this number.
Yes.
Bunker, this is Forrest Nash from 189.16, The Scream. And
Is this Goose? Oh, man.
They really
Totally
need to
you,
find
isn't it,
Goose.
This is such a Goose prank.
Plunker, this is an emergency.
Nice try, Goose. I may be drunk, but I'm no...
Listen, I need you to...
Goose, come get beer. Your brothers are waiting for you.
I'm not Goose. How can I prove this to you?
Oh, let me get a second opinion on this. Norman the Barbarian! What do you think? Great idea. Norman the Barbarian says only the radio man can control the TV.
Yeah, what do you want?
So, play us the flow.
Oh,
really? What,
so that's
the
different.
Norman the Barbarian demands it.
So they asked
Okay,
for
okay, I'll play the damn
1980X
song.
last time. So there is some randomization.
Oh, shit. Okay, radio man. You got my attention. What is it?
Thank God.
That confirms it.
Listen, you've got to get over to your neighbor's house. All of you. Just...
Say no more. Plunker's moving the house.
You didn't even ask
Forrest,
where.
round two.
Hello. You're live on 189.16, The Scream.
Forrest, it's the killer. He's at the door. Please. Oh my God, it's you, isn't it? God, I didn't talk. I promise. Whoa! The party has arrived.
I wonder what door they went through.
Thank God. He's gone and.
Or what door the killer was
Is that
at.
you, Radio Man? Don't worry, we brought the beer. Good times are here. I could use a drink. Thank you, Forrest.
You're
Okay.
welcome, Virginia.
And thank you to Plunker and his fraternity brothers.
Some heroes wear capes. Some wear sheets as togas.
Nice.
Hey, Forrest, did you hear what Virginia said earlier?
What was that all about? Clive, I didn't talk.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what she meant?
There's a janitor here at the station named Clive, but your guess is as good as mine.
All right, folks. Seems we may have a lead.
If any of you know a suspicious Clive, then please call in. It could save lives.
In the meantime, looks like we have another caller. Evening, caller. This is Forrest Nash, host of 189.16,
Okay, who is this?
The Scream. And tonight's 911 stand-in.
Hi,
Eugene.
Hello?
Okay.
am I on air?
Sure are, caller. What's your name? And what have you got for us tonight?
Name's Eugene Stein, and I've got a heart full of love, Forrest.
Oh boy.
I'm hanging out in the middle of the maze, listening to your show.
looking up at the stars and waiting for her.
You got a special lady coming out to see you.
Yeah. Molly. We planned to get lost in the maze tonight. To take our first journey together into the love labyrinth. That's why I'm calling, actually. I thought she'd be here an hour ago. And since I've listened all night to how cool you play it, I thought you were the perfect guy to ask.
You were listening all night?
Should I call her up and ask if she's coming, or wait and see?
For real, kid?
If you've been listening all night, do you really need to ask me?
Yes, that's why I'm calling.
Bingo. Here's what I was looking for.
Go home.
Eugene, you really need to go home to your parents.
My parents are dead, actually. But,
Oh, jeez.
Lorbit.
yeah, I guess it's not the night. Hang on. I hear some rustling. I guess she came after all. Molly! I'm in the middle! It'll take a little while to get here, but,
This
thanks
is a
again,
huge maze, by the way.
good talking.
Huge!
Wait a second. Molly can't whistle. No, this is supposed to be the best night of my life. Not the worst.
We'll get you out of this.
Stay calm, Eugene. We'll get you out of this.
Corn, I'm about to die a virgin.
Listen, Eugene.
Does he say calm or does he say
Hi,
corn?
And call back in a minute.
Sounds like
Get you out.
corn.
I'll do it for Molly. But please, hurry.
Okay, we have the maze already.
Well, listeners,
The
while
map,
Peggy
rather.
and I deliberate, here's a track for all you lovers out there. You'll like this next song. How the hell am I supposed to get him through the maze?
You know Barbara, our receptionist? She's a maze fanatic. Shame she isn't here. I was supposed to go with her last week, but she changed her mind.
Maybe we should call
Maybe
her?
we should call Barbara then? If she's so big on the maze.
We could, but I don't actually know her number. But she probably has maze stuff somewhere. Go and see what you can find.
Well, I've
That'll
got it.
hopefully be enough.
Which one is Barbara again?
Barbara! You know, Barbara!
That doesn't help.
Forrest, I've seen you speak to her.
Help me out, Peggy.
She's the receptionist. Sits at reception. Never does any work because she's talking to Brad all day. Ring any bells?
Right, yeah. Sorry, I guess it's just the stress of...
No excuses. Just go and find something to help us.
Okay, we've got it already.
Any luck?
Yeah, I found a map for the maze in the trash.
Why was it in the trash? Never mind. It doesn't matter right now. That's a question for Barbara later. Eugene called while you were away. He's on line 1.
Got it.
When
Sorry,
you're ready,
let's stop the
shut
music.
the music off.
Welcome back to 189.16 The Scream. I hope you lovers like that track. And I hope we can help our lover in the maze. Eugene, you're back on air.
I'm lost, Forrest. I just ran and I don't know where I am. I'm at a crossroad, facing a tractor statue.
Okay.
There are hay bales painted gold on my right. This slip. I'm out.
Oh, thank goodness.
And my bike's still here.
Okay, so he did take the same route
thank you,
as
Forrest.
before. So unless there's some...
Molly!
Okay. Unless there's some user error there, I don't think there's any
I
randomization
held my breath
to
the
the
whole
maze.
time.
Sorry.
I think it went pretty well, all told.
I think you're right.
By the way, why do you think Molly missed their date? Do you think she's okay?
Unfortunately for Eugene, I think she probably never left home.
Smart.
Oh, Forrest, scrap the song. We have another caller.
Got it. Oh, stop.
Sorry to cut the music short, folks. Callers take priority tonight. Welcome to 189.16 The Scream. This is Forrest Nat.
Yeah, it's Murphy.
Forrest. Oh, thank God. It's me again.
Okay, let's save. Let's save here.
Murphy!
Okay, what's wrong?
Talk to me, Murphy. What's wrong?
Oh, the killer got me, man.
I mean, if you look at it right.
Why did I ever trust a guy named Master Robbie?
That's not
Alex
important
lives
right now.
like down here,
Tell me what happened.
and Catherine lives like right here. So the distance is pretty much the same, unless the road closures. Am I not accounting for the road closures?
Oh, goddamn. I smell smoke.
McCready and Second.
Starting a fire.
Hold on, Murphy. We'll call for help right now.
You gotta hurry, man. I need someone here now or I'm gonna die.
Peggy, get the fire department on the line.
On it.
East side of McCready Street.
Now just... Come on.
Oh! Right here is a
Hi.
blockage.
Yes, I'd like to
I didn't
report
see that
fire over
before.
the Gallows Waste Disposal Plant. It's an emergency.
I see. And then where else?
What do you mean it's not
Rogers
operational?
and
Why
Haddonfield.
is there no backup vehicle?
Haddonfield is here. Where is Rogers?
Oh, God damn it! Forrest, that evil son of a bitch slashed the tires on the town's only fire engine. They can't do
Between
anything.
Rogers and
I have
Haddonfield.
a few friends who live nearby. Maybe one of them can save Murphy.
Where do they live?
My friend Alex lives on the corner of Haddonfield and Romero Street, and Catherine lives on the west end of Myers Lane. And there's Jericho on the east end of Myers Lane. But he's old. Really old.
Okay, I'll check the map, see who would be best to do this.
Okay.
All right, Forrest, who should I call? Who can help Murphy?
Call Catherine.
All right, give me a second.
So I think this was just like my error. I thought this paper was just leftover, a leftover asset from the game jam. And it was just like, you know, a little
They're on the
teaser.
way. They'll call from the plant. You can direct them from there.
But no,
Let's hope they get there in time.
we actually use this for Murphy's. For Murphy's
Call coming in.
storyline?
It's Catherine. She and Murphy are now both on the line.
Oh, thank goodness.
Hello, Catherine. Are you there? What's happening at the plant?
The whole damn thing is up in smoke. God damn it. I'm going in.
Okay.
Oh, my reception is terrible in here. God, my eyes sting.
Her eyes sting. What do we want to do here? Smell anything, Murphy?
Murphy, tell me what you can smell.
What do you think, genius? I told you earlier. Fire! I smell fire!
This isn't helping.
Well, what do you
Murphy,
see?
Can you see
Well,
anything?
I
at
guess
Yeah, I got a little flashlight.
he's trapped in something, right?
Looks like old cans, bottles.
That's recycling.
Yeah, newspaper.
What does it say on the newspaper?
That's not important, Peggy.
It's the Henderson headline.
Is it?
What's that? My reception is terrible in here. Please, Forrest, tell me where to go.
Okay, Henderson. That's recycling, right?
Go to
Henderson what?
recycling.
Recycling. Got it.
Come on, Catherine.
Was it personal storage?
The plant's up again. I can go shredding or crushing. Which way?
Murphy, do you know what part of the plant you're in?
I'm in a dumpster, man. What do you want from me?
Hear anything?
Do you hear anything, Murphy?
I hear my heart about to pound out of my...
Come on, Murphy.
Put the receiver up to the lid.
That sounds like crushing to me.
Catherine, go to the crusher.
Okay, it's super loud. We're almost out of
disposal.
Henderson.
And wide reach municipal.
Open the Henderson container.
I mean, we could have also had
The lock is
Murphy, like, knock on the disposal canister, couldn't we?
Let go! Let's hold it!
I don't know if that was an option, but that would be a good way to find him, too. He has a flashlight.
Oh, shit!
Well? Well? Are you alive? Please be alive. Please be alive. Please be alive.
We made it!
Yeah!
Oh, man. You saved my life. Thank you. Thank you.
You need to get on back to your boy.
Now, I'm gonna raise Fernando to be like you.
Well,
And I'm getting my money back from Mr. Robbie.
Hey, you just get home to your son, okay?
Will do, Forrest.
Well, folks, Gallows Creek has two folk heroes tonight, Murphy and Catherine. I'm sure their deeds won't soon be forgotten.
Great job, Forrest. No time to celebrate, though. We got a caller. You know what to do.
All right, folks, another of our good citizens is on the line. Let's see what they have to say. Welcome to 189.16 The Scream, with me, your host, Forrest Nash.
Forrest, Teddy Gallows Jr.
oh, Teddy.
I just want to say that my thoughts and prayers are with my Gallows Creek neighbors.
Okay, Mr.
during this
Facebook.
Awful time.
Oh, it's mayoral candidate and scion of the town founders, Mr.
Do
Gallows.
people still do
Are
that?
you in danger?
Thoughts
We
and
need
prayers.
to be a town of law and order. We need cops who have the tools and funding they need to keep us safe.
Oh boy.
Okay, Teddy. We...
I know you're an outsider to our little town here, Forrest. But you're really stepping up to bat for us all tonight. I just want to say thank you for taking a swing for Gallows Creek.
Jackass.
Alright, thanks.
Right. Thanks, Teddy. Now, are you...
Teddy, you lowlife. This is not the time to promote your damn campaign.
I just want to make sure our town is safe and prosperous. That's why the Gallows Family Factory, founded by my father, Theodore C. Gallows, God rest his soul, which employs over 200...
It just burned
Unless you got an
down,
emergency,
Teddy.
I'm cutting you
It
off.
just burned down.
You know what? I do have a problem. A problem that's ruining our town.
Oh
You
gosh.
know what it is?
Emergency, not
I
problem.
didn't ask about a problem. I said emergency.
The problem is that woman, our current mayor, Linda Cartwright.
Oh, here we go.
She just isn't one of us. Linda Cartwright is un-American, unstable,
Rude.
and
You're not better than anyone, Teddy. Just because you inherited half the town.
your producer sounds a little unstable too.
Don't you
Rude.
dare speak to me that way.
Cut him off, Peggy.
I can guarantee this kind of thing will not happen when I take office. The moral decay of...
And that's enough of Teddy Gallows Jr. for one lifetime.
I always feel disgusting after hearing him talk.
He's the type of guy that would just play
Wait a minute.
hymns all the
We'll be
time.
right back after these messages.
Okay. I think I have a tape in there.
Caller on line 1.
Hello, caller. You're live on The Scream with me, Forrest Nash.
Oh,
Hello, caller.
Who is this? I need the police.
I'm Forrest Nash. I'm standing in
This
for
is the group of
911 tonight.
kids.
What's wrong?
There's a guy hunting me and my friends. I think he's killed some of them already.
Friendship quiz. This might work.
That's him. outside. I can see him from up here.
God damn it. She's just a kid.
Where are you?
Where are you? Are you somewhere safe?
Awkward insert
God,
from
oh
the
my
radio
God.
host there, huh?
Stay with me, kid. Focus.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Focus. Tell me, what's your name?
Sweetie, you can do it. What's your name?
Carrie.
Good. Carrie, listen to me. We're gonna get you out of there. All right? Now, where are you?
The old murder house. Upstairs. I'm at the end of a hall. There's a bathroom, a couple bedrooms, a closet. Oh, he's coming. Where should I go?
Go to the bathroom.
Bathroom.
Okay, I'll... Oh no! Oh no! Ah! Oh no!
Forrest!
Bad taste.
What? Are you kidding me?
Okay, what the hell is going on here?
Oh, who's on the phone, Carrie? The cops? It's just a joke, jeez.
Wait, isn't that...
Jimmy, that wasn't
So
funny.
they're still out causing chaos.
I called the cops, but some guy just answered instead.
What guy?
Forrest Nash. What the hell are you all doing?
It's prank night, old man.
Whistling
Just
night.
having fun.
That's the kid. The kid who called in earlier pretending to be the whistling man.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Go
Jimmy?
home.
Everyone, it's really not safe to be out. Please, go home.
And waste whistling night? No way.
That little idiot.
Whistling night?
It's a stupid tradition. Especially stupid since that one kid died back in... Would you take off that stupid mask if it's hard to breathe? Who's under there anyway? Is that you, Seth?
Idiot. Seth is right next to you. That's, wait.
Oh no.
Who are you? Oh no, man.
The
Everyone,
sound
get
effects are
inside!
really good, but I hate that. Run.
Everyone, run!
You two, barricade the door. Scott, Heather, you barricade the back. As long as he's out there and we're in here, we're safe, right?
You bought time, but not much.
Forrest, we have to...
Heather, I already called the cops. Forrest picked up.
Carrie is very good under
Who
pressure.
is with you,
I know
Carrie?
she was having a panic attack before, but some people thrive on having other people around them. Like their maternal instincts kick in because they want to protect their friends or they want to protect their kids. And so they take the lead in those positions. And that's when they really shine. If she was by herself, I think she would still be
Stay
panicking.
focused, Carrie.
Focus. Yes. Sorry. I'm here.
Also,
We'll
in
figure
these
something out.
panic
Between all of you,
scenarios,
there's
you
gotta be a
do
way
want to
beat
like
this. Just
make sure the
sit
person
tight,
stays
okay?
focused. They can answer simple
Heather,
questions.
shut up.
Like,
If
you
we
know,
do
what's
that,
your
we're
name,
gonna
where
get
you live,
killed.
where are we? You don't want to bombard them with questions
Jeannie McPherson? Our intern?
because then they'll have to think and their
She's
mind
our
is already
best friend and
racing.
smartest one out
So
of
you want
all
to
of
calm
us.
them down
She
first.
stayed in tonight. Forrest, listen. We'll see what we can come up with, and
Bring them back into the moment.
what? Scott, you're not any good at. And no, Chad. Out of all of us, you're not the one to.
Everything okay?
No, we're figuring out a plan, but everyone's volunteering to do things they're just bad at. I think we can figure out what to do, but I don't think we can agree on who should do what. I think you'll have to be the tiebreaker,
I could do
or
that.
else these idiots are gonna get us killed.
But
Shut up, you. Ugh. Forrest, I'll call you back.
I don't know anything about your friends.
These damn kids never learn.
Breathe, Peggy. It's okay.
Ugh, they do this kind of thing every year, Forrest. People get hurt.
All right, folks. We're gonna work out a way to save Carrie and her friends. This next one goes out to all the trapped kids out there. Hope you enjoy this one as much as I do. Peggy, you mentioned something about their friend working here? An intern?
Yeah, Jeannie. Seems a nice enough girl, but a bit head in the clouds, you know? Not sure why we took on an intern. We really didn't have the office space for one. Poor thing got tucked away in a dark corner somewhere downstairs, I heard.
All right, I'll go see if I can find her desk. Hopefully she has something we can use.
Okay, so we have the thing already. I'm gonna save right here just because there's a lot of them. There is a lot of ways
Hey,
to mess this
You
up.
find anything that'll help us out?
Peggy said
I
her
really
desk
like
is
this
downstairs.
puzzle in the
Yeah,
game.
I found a
It's
friendship
definitely
quiz
in the
with all
top
these
like
kids on
3
it.
for me.
If you think that'll help, then good enough. Carrie's on line 1. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, let's stop the music.
This is Forrest Nash, back again with an unlucky caller on this unlucky night. Carrie, are you there?
Yes, we've got a plan, but we can't agree on who should do what.
You want me to be the tiebreaker?
Exactly.
I'm ready. What's the first step?
Okay, first things first, we'll need a spotter. Someone who can keep an eye on the killer. We'll need someone on the roof. It's gonna be a hard climb. Thanks, Forrest. We'll just take a few seconds for ourselves, and then it's go time.
Sounds good. Talk to you in a sec.
Good luck, Carrie. That
Awesome.
actually sounded like a pretty good plan.
Impressive as hell, right?
Damn straight. Oh, the kids are back already. Line 1 again.
If you're just tuning in, we're coming to you live. With
So
a
we
bunch
did
of
pick a
teens
different
about
driver
to
this
flee a
time.
madman.
Let's see
Listener
if there's
discretion is
any
advised.
changes.
Are you ready, Carrie?
We're good to go, Forrest.
Alrighty then. Hit it.
You got this.
Here we go, everyone. Spotter, to the roof. Go, Heather. She's off and away. All right, Renner. Get ready. Wait for the spotter's signal. Spotter says go. He took the bait. Lockpicker, go. I'll get the keys off Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, his face is...
The keys, Carrie. You need to get the van keys.
His face is lying next to him, Forrest. He got cut. Oh, God.
Focus. Breathe.
Right. Right. The van keys. Got him. It's... Jennifer got the gate unlocked. And Hot David should be back any second. Perfect. It's working. I can't believe it's actually working.
Nice,
You're doing
very
great.
good.
Focus. You got this.
We got this.
But of course, we
Next
knew
step,
those were gonna be
track
good.
the killer.
Those were gonna be
Alright.
perfect.
Wait. Get into position. Everybody else, hide. Okay, performer. Now, act like your life depends on it.
Oh.
There he is. He's buying it.
Is that believable? Would you guys believe that?
Now! Push the bookshelf over! Oh my god! He went through the floor! Spotter! You need to climb down now! We gotta go!
So when she said that last time, we thought that meant like he went through the floor like a ghost.
Heather!
But maybe the floor just broke underneath them.
Driver, take the key!
Okay, here's the true test.
The damn gate swung shut.
Is Carrie gonna be left behind again?
Huh? What? It won't stay open.
was that?
It's a whistling man. Drive! Now! Let me go! Just go! Just drive!
Oh my god.
Please, no! No!
Hmm?
Carrie?
He just stared at me.
Carrie!
Carrie?
Just stared at me. And walked into the woods. I don't understand.
Thank God you're okay.
Can you get somewhere safe?
I can make it home. Thank you both for helping. If you hadn't,
It was your plan, Carrie, and it was a great plan.
It was really all you, Carrie.
Still, I need to get home.
Breathe, Carrie. You're okay now.
I'll call you when I'm somewhere safe. Talk to you then.
Okay, so there was no difference there. I don't know if it's because we changed who the driver would be, or if there was
Thoughts go out to Jimmy's parents in this awful time.
or if
For
there
any
was
kids listening
randomization
in,
at the end there.
Please stay inside and stay safe.
And
I
parents,
don't really know,
hug your kids extra
but there
tight
wasn't a
tonight.
difference
Here's
as far
a
as I can
song
tell.
For the girl walking
Because-
home in the dark.
Everyone else on that list was the same as before.
Alrighty, we could run another segment or... Scratch that for us. We have a caller.
You're through to 189.16, The Scream. What's your emergency?
Hello again, Forrest. Oh, that call with the teens was awful. Those poor kids. Still, I'm glad the girl didn't get hurt.
Thanks for your concern. Are you in trouble? What's on your mind?
I wanted to ask you again to play my song, Forrest. You said you were gonna play it, but you didn't.
Your name was Dawn, right?
What, Peggy? Yes. Oh, well remembered. My name is Dawn, and I wanted to ask you again to play my tune, Forrest. Long Ride Home? You know, the one that Peggy said she threw outside the window?
Maybe another
I'll
song?
play a track for you, Don, but maybe pick another one. We don't exactly have that one in rotation right now.
No, Forrest. You do have it. It's just outside the window.
Was it this door? Yeah.
You know, I hope she'll be happy when I'm brutally murdered by the Whistling Man. Out here.
You
in
will
the
need to
open,
pick these up.
alone.
And here's
Here
the
it is.
record.
Long Ride Home.
So is this 70 still? Yeah. So we don't need to get all of them. We just need enough to make 70.
Bingo!
Okay, and this opens up the secret back door to the basement.
I could probably survive that fall. Looks like the janitor's closet. What did Peggy say his name was? Clive? Huh, there's a key. I'll just take that.
There
Might be
wasn't a
important.
key here before.
What the hell? Peggy is not gonna believe this.
Interesting. Okay, so I thought in my first playthrough that I just didn't notice the key over there. But, Got lost. There wasn't even a hole there before. Oh, I wasn't anywhere close to you.
I wonder how the show's going.
I'm bringing this mannequin head with me because apparently there's an achievement to put in the fridge. I don't know how true that is. But we'll see. Can I? Yep, there is. I got a fridge horror achievement. And we're back in.
Isn't that such a good song, folks? And now for... Jesus, Forrest, you've been gone for ages. I thought something had happened.
Something did happen. Clive, the janitor, might be Clive, the murderer.
What?
I'll start from the beginning. The fire door locked behind me, so...
Why did you heave that thing all the way up here?
Because the basement's creepy as hell, and I don't like standing around down there.
Fair. All right, let's run through this again. We have a creepy board you found in a creepy basement made by our creepy janitor who you think is the creepy whistling man.
Yep.
And on the creepy board are the names Chuck Brody, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, and Aunt Williams.
Correct.
And you think one of these people will be the whistling man's, Clive's, next target.
That's right. And we've got to find him.
You said there are 4 locations listed there too? The hospital, the power station, the gas station, and the trailer park. Clive must think the target is at one of those locations. Forrest, you're gonna have to figure out if any of the potential targets are at one of these locations tonight. Hit the button if you need any help.
Okay, we're gonna save right here because we did get this wrong the first playthrough. And so I think it might be the gas station again. We could try it and always like redo.
How's it going?
I'm ready, Peggy.
Are you sure? We've only got one shot at this.
I'm sure. Let's do this.
Okay, name first. Who do you think the target is?
Chuck Brody.
Chuck Brody.
And where will I find them?
Gas
The
station?
gas station.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment.
So we got both pieces of information wrong the first time we played through this. So I'm hoping this is correct this time.
Hello?
Chuck Brody! Listen, I know this sounds crazy, but we have reason to believe the Whistling Man is coming for you. You need to get yourself and everyone else out right now.
The Whistling Man? Who the hell are you? Who is this?
This is Forrest Nash. Listen, the Whistling Man's back. We found a list with your name on it, and...
Oh, God. It's today. The year I finally let myself forget.
Run!
Quit talking and run!
I think he ran off.
Well, fingers crossed that Chuck...
Jesus!
It sounds like something blew up.
He's using bombs now?
Is Chuck?
I don't know.
Hang on, we're getting a call.
We
Hello?
got him.
Chuck?
Chuck!
Forrest, the whole goddamn gas station's gone up.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so. I got everyone to follow me out.
Good.
Town's only ambulance was blown to hell, though.
What was the ambulance?
Yeah.
Was it getting fuel?
That fireball threw me. I've got to get to the hospital. I'm not feeling great. Forrest, man, I can't thank you enough, but... yeah, I gotta go.
Wait, Damn it. We lost
How
him.
did he call us?
What was that about today?
Oh, Forrest, the call board is lighting up. Get us into some music while I deal with this.
Okay, you deal with that. Throw that
There's
away.
gotta be more in the basement to show us who Clive is targeting. And if that's the case, we can get ahead of him. Stop the killings before they can happen. Forrest, we need to go back down.
By we, you mean me, right?
Yep.
Like, we brought up that board and it was sitting right here over these newspapers.
A key? Was this always here? I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
Yep, that was all you, not me. Okay, so we're gonna open this door.
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom.
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Okay, I will. Well, we've got a tape here.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and... Okay, never mind. I thought we could maybe go and look for the tapes.
Wait, George Barrow? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Got it. Okay, so we're looking for all of these.
Time of autopsy
And there's normally a
7
picture
a.m.
associated with the next tape.
Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning.
Okay. So now we can talk to her. Hopefully that's
What have you
everything.
found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor
We're gonna hang on
George.
to these two items
So young.
because we'll need them
Something's
for
bugging
the
me,
next
Peggy.
case.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just can't place it.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said he went swimming drunk and drowned. It was in the newspaper and everything.
I found a written autopsy report.
What does it say?
According to that, it's just like you said at the start. George drowned after getting drunk. Said he liked to fight, too.
But that contradicts the tape.
I know. And I think I know why. There's a note with a report that says, "I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia."
If it was on the autopsy report, then Virginia must be our coroner. Wait, the caller from earlier, when we had to call the takeout restaurants, wasn't her name Virginia?
We need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on. I found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
The written report I found doesn't mention it at all.
How did his arm get trapped in a car door after he died?
Unless he got it when the police collected his body, I guess someone else must have moved him after he was dead to where he was eventually found.
But the report, what is going on here?
I found a police report. Mentions a friend from earlier, Sandra Sharp.
Sandra. The jazz runner?
That's right. She found George's body washed up at the reservoir.
The reservoir?
Yeah? What's strange about that?
George got cuts from running through foliage, right? But there's no forest around there. Also, how did it wash up at the reservoir?
What do you mean?
Reservoirs don't have tides.
But that's what the police report said.
It's not possible, though. I did a school project on reservoirs and got an A. But, yeah, not important right now. The important thing is that it doesn't make sense.
What are you suggesting then? That the body was originally found somewhere other than what the report suggests. That the sheriff tried to cover it up, but accidentally let something slip?
Something like that. I think.
Well, Sheriff Matthews wrote the report. If he hadn't been eviscerated, we could have asked him.
True. But Sandra is still alive? Once we're done down here, we should give her a call.
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe, but then there's this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
So she agrees with us.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded Virginia stop recording. I think it was Clive.
This is starting to make sense now. This is a conspiracy to cover up what happened to George.
I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death. He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the whistling man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know? We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Come back upstairs when you're ready. We need to figure out our next step.
We did it! Okay. Okay, good. Yeah,
Okay,
you do
Forrest,
that.
shut the music off.
Hello again, Gallows Creek. This is Forrest Nash.
Mm-hmm.
We're circling closer to the truth behind tonight's events.
I know
To
you.
this end, we're calling back one of our earlier callers, Virginia Sullivan.
My doggy just jumped up onto the sofa.
Redman Plunker here? Who's this? Is it you? Goose?
You need to find Goose.
Plunker, hey, it's the radio man, Forrest Nash.
Locate Goose right now. Put out a call.
Solving mysteries,
Emergency
saving
alert.
lives.
Where is Goose?
Right on.
Plunker, what are you doing at Virginia's house?
She asked if we could stay to keep an eye out for that whistling turd.
And we asked them to go there.
Well, that's
So
big
that's
of
a
you,
silly
Plunker.
question. Silly question.
It's nothing.
Can I speak to Virginia?
Sure thing, radio man. I'll just go get her. Who is this?
Hey, Virginia, it's Forrest. I'm glad you're still okay.
Oh, Forrest. Sorry, I'm still jumpy.
I'd be jumpy too.
Can't blame you. I'd be jumpy too.
I'm so sorry this happened to you, Virginia.
I thought I was. I thought...
Easy. We're not calling to talk about earlier. We're calling because we think you can help us understand why this is happening tonight.
Me? What would I know?
Does the name Clive mean anything to you?
Clive? No. I don't know that name. What are you asking about this for?
You mentioned that name earlier when you called us the first time.
I don't know what I said then. I was petrified, Forrest.
Clive's the janitor at our station, and we know you spoke to him in the past.
Forrest, please. You don't know what you're doing. He'll come for me.
Virginia, it's okay. Clive won't be coming after you.
We think Clive's dead.
Dead? But isn't he? He's the whistling man, Forrest.
We have evidence.
We found evidence to the contrary.
But
It's true.
And we found your autopsy reports for George Barrow.
how? I saw him destroy them.
Well, he didn't. I don't know if he kept them or made copies or what, but we found them. And we know it's related to what's happening tonight, which is why we called you. Why did you write a false report?
All right. One day, I came into work to find a boy on my slab. And as I finished the autopsy, this man, Clive, he just burst in. And he started making demands to give over the reports, to falsify what I found. Of course I said no. But, well, when someone wants to make you do something, they can use the carrot or the stick. For me, he used both. You see, my sister is sick. She has a chronic condition that's never going away. It's expensive to treat, and it was getting to where I couldn't afford it. And Clive promised me that his employer would pay for my sister's treatment if I did what he said, and that if I ever spoke about this, he'd beat me to within an inch of my life. I don't know why he had me do it, but my sister needed me. You have to understand, she needed me.
We understand.
Thank you, Virginia. That was brave.
God, I just want this nightmare to end.
This will help end it, Virginia. Thank you.
Stay safe, Virginia. So, Virginia's tied up in all of this.
Clive threatened her to keep quiet about George's death. But for who? Why cover up these details? Well, we know Sandra was involved in George's death. Do you want to call her?
I do.
All right, but before we go asking questions, I think we should know what we want to ask. Is that fair?
Yeah, we need to ask her about finding the body. She was the one who discovered it, but something just doesn't add up.
100%. She knows more than she's saying.
I wonder what she's hiding.
We'll hopefully find out soon. Anyway, just be careful when you're talking to her. Don't push too hard. We don't want her to hang up.
I'll be careful.
All right, calling her now. Hopefully she's at her jazz studio.
I'm gonna save right here too. We did successfully talk to her last time, but I don't want to go through the basement again.
This is Sandra at Jazz Pizzazz Jazz Studio. Who is this?
Hello again, Sandra! It's Forrest Nash of 189.16, The Stream. And you're live on air.
Oh, I always thought folks called into a radio show, not the other way around. How jazzy. What can I do for you?
Well, we're trying to understand what's behind the attacks tonight. We had a few questions.
Why, Forrest, of course. Heck, after the way you saved my life, I'd say yes to just about anything you asked.
Really? Well, that sounds nice. I might just call you back tomorrow then, too.
You got my number. But what about tonight? Is there anything you want to talk about right now?
Remember why we called, Forrest.
Of course. Do you know why the Whistling Man might have targeted you?
Ha! As far as I could tell, he was just a knife-wielding psycho with superhuman cardio. He'd have chased after anybody.
Right. Well, we think he might be chasing specific people. People who know about the death of a boy named George.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Sandra, we know you found George's body. We have the police report.
I don't know what you mean.
It's okay, Sandra. We know.
You do? You know about?
Yes. Of course.
This studio is my life. After I found the body in the river, I couldn't lose my studio. Do you understand?
Sure. I understand.
When the rent just kept going up, he said he'd stop if I just needed to keep quiet. And everything would be okay.
You covered up the murder of a boy for a dance studio? That's low, Sandra.
Oh, look at the time. It sure is late. I have to go. I'll drive home now, or just drive.
I thought he was gonna say that a lot gentler and in her favor.
Aha! Forrest,
I don't know why I decided
Sandra,
to
Jazz Studio.
deviate from the
Hello
options
again,
that I know
Sandra.
already
It's
work.
Forrest Nash of 189.16, The Scream. And you're live on air.
Oh, I always thought folks called into a radio show, not the other way around. How jazzy. What can I do for you?
Well, we're trying to understand what's behind the attacks tonight. We had a few questions.
Why, Forrest, of course. Heck, after the way you saved my life, I'd say yes to just about anything you asked.
I'm calling to talk about death and murder, Sandra. Be serious.
Now you go right to it, huh? I don't know as much about that as I do jazz and jazz dancing, but I'll try. What do you want to ask me?
Do you know why the Whistling Man might have targeted you?
Ha! As far as I can tell, he was just a knife-wielding psycho with superhuman cardio. He'd have chased after anybody.
Right. Well, we think he might be chasing specific people. People who know about the death of a boy named George.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Sandra, we know you found George's body. We have the police report.
I don't know what you mean.
It's okay, Sandra. We know.
You do? You know about?
Yes. Of course.
This studio is my life. After I found
How?
the body in the river, I couldn't lose my studio. Do you understand?
Sure. I understand.
When the rent just kept going up, he said he'd stop if I just needed to keep quiet. And everything would be okay.
Sandra? Who was he?
He said if I told everyone I found the kid in the reservoir instead of the river, I'm sorry. I can't do this.
And she's gone. I don't think that could have gone any better. You truly did great, Forrest.
Okay.
Well, folks,
There we
if
go.
anyone out there has any thoughts on what's going on tonight, please call in.
That's good timing. We've got a call waiting just this second.
Welcome to 189.16, The Scream, with me, your host, Forrest Nash. Who, may I say, is calling?
Well, hello again, Forrest.
Dawn. Dawn? We played your song, Long Ride Home. Did you hear it? Can you tell us?
Never mind that now. Forrest, I'm calling because I need your help.
We had a deal.
Dawn, we had a deal. Kept my end. Who is the next target?
Oh, it's too late for that now.
I'll be the judge of that.
Oh, fine. Chuck Brody was the next target, but that ship sailed.
And we saved him.
We saved him, but only just. You should have told us.
I'm sorry, I probably should have. I just...
Grammar mistake there.
I'm sorry.
You said you needed help?
I sure do.
Do you mean
Yes, he's after me now.
you?
I think so. He must have heard me on the radio helping you.
Right.
Right. Okay. Tell us everything.
Oopsie.
I was out
Sorry.
following a lead, trying to work out who would be next, after Chuck.
And what happened?
And I started to feel like I was being followed. I came back to my apartment building, but this newfangled security system has me locked out. I need you to help me get inside.
Starling 4000. user manual. Ah, these codes should come in handy. Can a neighbor let you in? Order delivery form. Starling must have left this by accident.
These
The
interjections.
system's not even installed at Woodside.
I only moved in last week. I don't know anybody yet. There's not even a buzzer here, only the keypad for the entry code. I need that code to get inside.
Which apartment block do you live in? Maybe one of our listeners lives there too.
It's the new Woodside apartment building between the town hall and the trailer park. But I doubt any of your listeners live there. I don't have many neighbors.
Sounds like a prime piece of real estate.
The sound really carries at night.
Anyone recognize that?
Is that a neighbor's dog?
Yes, it is. Boy, I wish he'd muzzle that thing and... Oh. And now he's blasting David Scopo out of his window. Listen, I can't get any... Listen, man. He's coming down the street. I don't think he's seen me yet. Forrest, please. I need your help. I need the code for that security system, or I'm gonna die.
What's the name of the security system?
There's a sticker on the box. It says Starling Security 4000.
Why is she reading a box?
It wants a 6-digit number.
Suspicious.
We'll see what we can do.
Thank you, Forrest.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, Don.
Thank you, Forrest. I knew I could count on you. I'll sit out of sight. Call me back soon.
All right, folks. Here's a little tune for you all to enjoy while I try to break Dawn into her apartment. A classic backed by popular demand. This is Long Ride Home by the Barn Finds. You were pretty quiet there, Peggy.
Forrest, was it just me, or was there something...
Yeah, it wasn't just you. Something was weird about that.
Yeah, well, tell you what, we have a Starling 4000 or whatever here at KFAM. Clive bought one for the station. Maybe we can find something to help. Well, I'm not sure who, but to help someone.
Okay, so she's locked out of the Woodside apartments, and somewhere Clive probably has the papers for the Starling 4000.
Welcome back, Forrest. Find anything?
The Starling 4000 security manual. It's got a bunch of codes.
Good. And did you find anything else?
I saw a list of everyone else who bought the Starling 4000. Know who was on there?
Oh my god. Roller Ricky! Do you think we should give him a call? Is that crazy? I don't know what you'd say, but...
That might be a good idea.
Okay, one moment. I got the number here. Patching you through.
Shit.
He probably can't hear it over the music. Forrest, I don't know about this. This is super weird.
Just put me through to Don. I'll take care of this one way or another.
Okay, if you say so. Line 1, whenever you're ready.
Don, are you there? This is Forrest Nash from 189.16, The Scream.
Oh, thank God you're back. I'm so afraid. What's the code to the gate?
Okay, so in this context, we're gonna activate the alarms because we can't reach Ricky.
The code is 191519.
And we're very sus of Dawn.
Forrest. Son of a bitch. Ah!
Is she?
You mean me?
Hello? Is someone there?
Ricky, get back inside and turn on the radio. Whoever that was, she was trying to break into the ring.
She? Forrest, man, you got no idea. That was him. That was the Whistling Man. The alarm gave me just enough time to get my rifle. I don't like hurting folk, but I can't let anything happen to Maxie. He's my best friend, you know?
Listen,
man, I'm heading
Good
back
man.
inside. Gonna barricade that window. My man, thank you. You and Peggy can skate for free whenever you want, forever. That's a done deal.
Thanks, Ricky. Can't wait.
You got it. Talk to you soon.
She can't wait to
Gallows Creek.
skate with
Here's the
Max,
music while
is
we
what she
process
means.
What just happened. Hey folks, this is Forrest Nash here. I hope you're all safely locked inside. For those of you listening to that last call, you might be wondering what to make of it all. Here's our take. We now believe the killer is actually a woman.
I wish
One who
at this
might
point
manipulate you into letting her in
it would make
before
us
she
choose
attacks you.
what the announcement is meant to say.
We're neighbors. Look out for each other and stay safe. The killer
You know,
was
like
calling
besides
themselves
those
Dawn.
little encouraging bits.
This could be a fake name. If anyone needs help or you have info on the killer, please call in.
Because this is a really good
You
point in the
folks have
story
my
where it could be
number, right?
like,
It's
okay,
911.
what is all the information that you've
Hopefully,
assessed?
Our next caller can help shed some light on our killer.
Hey, we had a call come in.
Okay, folks, time to take a call. You're through to Forrest Nash on 189.16, The Scream.
Hey, man.
Murphy?
Damn straight.
What's going on, Murphy? You in danger again?
Nah, man. I've just been listening to the show here at home.
Murphy.
Since you asked folks to call in if they could help out, well, I'm calling. I
Aw,
don't know
thanks.
if I can say as much as other folks have, but I figure I wouldn't be a good role model to Fernando if I didn't try to help, you know?
You're a good man. You're a good dad.
You're a good father, Murphy.
Absolutely. Fernando's a lucky kid.
Oh, thanks. So, what do you want to know?
Well, what can you tell us?
I don't know, really.
All right.
Well, that's
do
helpful.
you know anything about the death of George Barrow?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay. What about the killer herself?
Herself? Man, I didn't get my ass kicked by a lady. The man I went toe-to-toe with was a man, man.
You heard the last call, right, Murphy?
Yep.
So you know it's a woman, and you were trained by a VHS, Murphy.
I know, but... Man, how could it have been a woman under that mask?
Let's just move on. Do you know anything about the history of the Whistling Man?
No, sir. Tonight's the first time I ever heard of him.
What?
I moved here 3 years ago, man. What do you want from me?
Hey, man, no worries. Just thank you for trying.
So then I wonder
Sorry I couldn't help you all more,
why
man.
they were targeting
Now,
Murphy.
You'd have asked me about gators.
Forrest, we have a call coming in.
But
Sorry,
there was
Murphy,
a
I
small
think
tidbit of
that's all we've got time
information
for right now.
All right.
that he did
I'll
give us.
catch y'all with the gator talk later. Night.
Well, folks, that was a bust. But perhaps our next caller has more they can tell us. Let's find out. This is Forrest Nash, and you're listening.
Please help me. My name is Casey Moore. I'm at 25 Nancy Drive. My best friend's been stabbed. He's bleeding everywhere. I don't know what to do. Please help me.
Somebody's been stabbed? Can you tell me what happened?
We'd been out at the reservoir. We were heading back to his place when we heard this whistling all of a sudden. He just started freaking out. He screamed at me, told me to hide. I'd never seen him like that, and I just panicked and ran and hid in a bush.
Oh no. Forrest.
Then what happened?
He went up the road and talked to someone. I couldn't really hear or see anything. It sounded like he might have known the person, and they just stabbed him.
Rude.
Casey, was his attacker the Whistling Man?
The who? They had a mask and wore all black? That's all I know. Please, we need help here.
I'll get you help, but I need to know. Where did the masked person go?
They left! They left him to bleed out! I waited until they were gone, then dragged him into the garage and called 911.
Wait, why didn't she make sure he was dead?
I don't know. I think I heard them say something like, "It's not so funny now, is it?" Before they left, but please, he needs to get to the hospital.
Well,
I can't drive, so we need an ambulance.
bad news.
Forrest, the ambulance was destroyed in the explosion at the gas station. You should get all the info you can.
What's your friend's... Oh, where is he hurt?
Can you tell us where your friend was stabbed?
They stabbed him in the stomach, and then stabbed him again in his leg when he was on the ground, and it's... Oh, the knife is still there in his leg!
What's your friend's name, Casey?
It's Jason Parker!
We'll be right back. Peggy, patch us through to the hospital.
On it. Phoning St. Gabriel's now. Switch to line 2.
Got it.
Hello, St. Gabriel's Hospital. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Forrest Nash from 189.16. We have a stab victim at 25 Nancy Drive named Jason Parker. He's been stabbed in the stomach and the leg. He's bleeding heavily.
Oh God, I'm sorry. But the ambulance is... well, you know.
I know, but please, we need something or he's going to die.
Forrest, listen, you're going to have to get him here. We need to see him, and we can't get there ourselves right now.
We don't have any
Oh,
way
we
to
know.
drive him right now. And even if we did, he's bleeding out fast.
All right, listen. We need to buy him time to get here. That means stopping the blood first, and then finding someone to stabilize him. To stabilize him, you really need someone with first aid training. Do either of you have any?
No.
Me neither.
Damn it. I'm really sorry about this, but I have other patients who can't wait. All I can do is talk you through the procedure as quick as I can, and then leave the rest to you. You think you can handle that?
Hit me. I'm sure we can handle it.
Okay, from the top. If he's bleeding out, then you need to get him comfortable and try to stem the bleeding. Lay him down. Apply continuous pressure directly to the affected areas. When the bleeding slows, get a clean cloth of some kind and hold it over the wounds.
Get them comfortable. Apply pressure.
Come on, Peggy.
Clean cloths when slowed.
Faster.
Got it. I think.
You said he was stabbed, right? If the object he was stabbed with is still in him, don't take it out. It's stopping the worst of the bleeding right now.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
anything, you should secure it so it stays where it is.
I wouldn't have thought of that. It makes sense, though. God, that was a lot of info. But I think we can handle this.
Glad you got it so far, because there's more to go.
I'm still with you, Doc. What else do we need to know?
If he's lost a lot of blood, he may enter shock. If he does, act fast. If you applied a cloth and it's bleeding through, don't remove it. Just apply another on top of it. If it's safe, elevate his legs to get blood circulating to his vital organs. Try to keep him warm. Get him to rest and reassure him. We need the patient to stay calm.
All right, don't replace bandages. Elevate his legs. Keep him warm and calm.
I wonder if there's going to be
I'm
some
really sorry.
randomization
That's
here.
as much as I can give you right now. Try to stop the bleeding. Find someone to get him stabilized and get him here as quick as you can. Good luck.
All right, Forrest. Casey's still on line 1.
Hello? Hello? Forrest, are you there?
I'm here. How is Jason doing?
Badly. He's still bleeding. I need help. I've been putting pressure on his stomach wound since you left. But he's still bleeding. I don't know what to do.
That's good, Casey. The nurse said to do that.
What about the knife in his leg? It's gotta be hell. Should I pull it out?
No, no, no.
No, don't touch the knife. The bleeding will get worse if you pull it out.
Are you sure? I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop making suggestions.
No, don't worry, Casey. We're a team here. We're all going to get Jason through this. Casey, is his leg wound bleeding right now?
I hate looking at that knife. Yeah. It's bleeding. His stomach is worse, though.
Secure the knife.
I think we need to secure the knife so it doesn't move around. Do you have anything you can tie around it?
Yeah. There's some laundry piled up on top of the dryer, some cloths on the hood of the car, and what else? jacket.
Sorry about this, Casey. I think it's best we use your jacket. It's probably less likely to bleed through.
It's just a jacket. Give me a second. Here we go. I'm sorry, Jason. It's secure. I'm putting pressure on his stomach again. I'm starting to think we might make it.
Forrest, can I have a word?
Casey, I'm gonna have a quick word with Peggy. Keep putting that pressure on and let us know when the bleeding is under control. You're doing great.
But what if something happens?
We'll still be here. Just shout if you need anything, and we'll be there. I promise.
Okay. I'll wait. Jason, please be okay.
What's up, Peggy?
We can't stay on the line with her all night. Dawn is still out there. What if other people need us?
You're right. She's probably on her way to her next target right now.
Exactly. And you heard the nurse. We need someone there with training who can stabilize him. He's got to get to the hospital somehow.
Any suggestions, Peggy?
I might. A little before you started working here, KFAM did a mandatory first aid training course. Me and Karen missed it because we were away on a producer getaway.
You skipped it, didn't you? Never mind.
Why does she not
So,
sound happy
how
about
does
that?
KFAM's first aid course help us?
Casey said they're at 25 Nancy Drive, right?
Yeah? Why?
They put up a bunch
The
of cheap
inflection
houses
she
around there
uses
about
makes it
10
sound like
years
she's
ago.
not very
So a bunch
excited
of
about
people
it.
here at the station live around there.
Do you think
I mean,
any
she
of them
could
help
also
Casey
be
and Jason?
like
Probably, but I don't know who lives there.
secretive about
And
it.
since I missed the training day, I don't know who knows first aid.
She could be
you
looking off
call
to the
them and
side, like
I don't know everybody's
producer,
numbers.
you
I've
know?
only ever called Karen. Everybody's personnel info is probably in Reggie's office.
Got it. I'll look through their files in Reggie's office. It's a life or death situation. I'm sure they won't mind.
Right. But there are a couple of problems with that.
Go on.
It's sensitive information, so Reggie probably locked it in his safe.
Great. Great. Do you have any idea what the combo for the safe could be?
Not a clue. Reggie's a serial note taker, though. Maybe something in his office will give it away.
Could
So-
this be it?
the date is the date is still the same, 11/07.
Looks like I need a 4-digit code.
Nice!
I wonder if the person we need is still the same. Scary. Okay, so yes, it is the same.
Hey, Peggy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Did you find what we need?
I think I know who our best bet is to help Casey and Jason.
All right, good work. Who should I...
Hello? Is anybody there? Please pick up.
Casey, I'm here. What's wrong?
Jason started going pale. I tried to get him to rest, but he just threw up everywhere. What's happening? What do I do?
Okay, he's going into
God, it
shock.
sounds like he's going into shock. Casey, just stay calm. It's going to be okay.
But the bleeding seemed to slow down. Did I mess up? Jason, I'm sorry.
No, you're
Casey,
fine.
calm down. You've done everything right. I need you to listen to me, okay? For Jason.
What did the nurse say to do about shock?
Elevate his legs.
Casey, I need you to elevate Jason's legs. We need to get the blood flowing to his vital organs.
Got it. Jason, stay with me. I'm just gonna move you. This might hurt. Okay. I propped his legs up on some boxes.
I'm looking at my notes. We need to get Jason as warm and comfortable as possible. Do you have anything you could use nearby, Casey?
Yeah. I still have some laundry next to me. I'll wrap him in some blankets. Just give me a second.
Don't remove the bandage. Apply another one on top of it. Do you still have something you can use?
I'm using the laundry to keep him warm, so I'll use the cleaning rags on the car. They don't look dirty. I'll fix his bandage and get him warm. Hold on, please. Sorry. I'm done. You're gonna be okay, Jason. Just relax now, okay? Forrest, scared. He's not doing well. Is he gonna...
Jason is going to be fine. Just make sure he knows he's going to be okay, okay?
Okay. But please, I can't give him what he needs. Please send help. I can't lose him.
All right, Forrest, we need to hurry. Jason doesn't sound like he's doing too well. You said you knew who to call earlier? Who was it?
John
We need to
Hedges.
call John Hedges. He lives on Nancy Drive. He didn't really participate in the first aid training, but he's a former war medic. He's probably the most trained person we have.
Really? I never really spoke to him before. A war medic, huh?
Yeah, and according to Reggie's notes, John keeps all of his old equipment at his house. He's something of a hoarder.
All right. What's his number?
5420735.
Calling now. Let's hope he picks...
Who the hell is this calling me?
Oh, it cut off.
What time is it?
John, it's Forrest Nash here at KFAM. We have an emergency and we need your help.
Forrest, if this is a work emergency, then it can wait until the goddamn morning. Just leave me a note like everybody else.
Somebody's been stabbed.
A man has been stabbed by the Whistling Man, or... Never mind. He's lost a lot of blood, and he's passed out. We need you to help him.
The Whistling Man? What kind of joke is this?
John, we're not kidding. A man is gonna die if we don't help him right now.
Seriously? I haven't been called on for over 10 years. Where's the patient? What's his condition?
He's at 25 Nancy Drive. I think we got his friend to stem the bleeding, but he's gone into shock. He's passed out right now.
You say he was stabbed? Do you know the extent of his injuries?
From what we were told, he has 2 major stab wounds. One to the stomach and one to the leg. The knife is still in his leg, and the stomach wound is open.
Understood. Let me grab a few supplies and I'll head right over. Damned if he dies on my watch.
Thank you, John. We'll let him know you're on your way.
Good luck.
Hello, Casey. Are you there? How are we doing?
Bad. Jason seemed really weak and then just started thrashing.
What about now? Is he still thrashing?
He's passed out. Please tell me you found someone to help.
Casey, help is on the way. My colleague will be there soon.
You hear that, Jason? Someone is coming. You're gonna be just fine. Just hold on for me, okay? Just hold on.
Come on.
Hello, Casey. John Hedges. I'm here about...
So quick. They're so quick.
I'm guessing that's Jason there.
Like, I know this is a small town, but like, how small?
Peggy, don't have to worry.
How quick to action are these people getting to?
Forrest, we'll call you back later. I have to go now.
Good luck, everyone. God, I hope he's gonna be all right.
And with that, the show moves on. We're sending our best wishes to Jason. Well, after all that excitement, I think we could use some music.
Come back upstairs when you're ready.
You don't have to tell me twice.
We've got another call coming through, too.
We've got things to
Time
do.
to turn the music off.
Welcome back to 189.16, The Scream. I believe we have another caller on the line. How are you tonight, caller?
Forrest, it's me, Roller Ricky. Oh, and Maxie's here too.
Good to hear from you again. How are you both doing?
Oh, we're good, man, thanks to you. You're like our guardian angel.
That wouldn't be a bad look for you, Forrest. A little White Wing Halo number? Maybe something for the KFAM Halloween party.
All right, everyone, let's calm down. Ricky, I'm just glad we could help you and Maxie.
Is there anything else we can help you with, Ricky?
Actually, I think I have some info that might help you.
Oh? What's that?
You see, man, me and Jason know each other.
You know each other?
Yeah, we went to Gallows High and played on the football team together. He was a gnarly offensive linesman, and I was our star wide receiver. Runner Ricky, they called me.
All right, and what does that have to do with tonight?
Well, because George, the guy who drowned, he was on our team too.
Tell me about him. What was George like?
I didn't know him for long, man. Sad to say. We had our first team party on the night he drowned. He seemed like such a good dude.
Ricky, were you there when George drowned?
No, man. Once the party turned, I beat feet out of there. Man, I remember George and his girl there. There was a whole lot of love, man. I could see it, you know?
Ricky, listen, this is very important. I need to know everything about her.
I didn't really know her before, or see her after that. I never even got her name, man. I just remember he called her Bean.
Then what did she look like? Please, tell us anything you remember.
I just remember a pretty girl, man. I'm sorry.
Ricky, you said the party didn't last long. What happened?
We were just having a good time, and then the next thing I knew, everyone was running for their life. I looked up and saw a goddamn whistling man in the trees. And I never ran so fast in my life. I ran straight home. Didn't know about George until next morning at school.
I'm guessing it was whistling night, wasn't it? That the whistling man was just another kid.
Yeah. I don't know how George died, but I always felt like if anyone deserved to die that night, it should have been me.
No, don't say that.
Ricky, it wasn't your fault. You're not
So
a bad
much
person.
survivor's guilt going
I
on.
know that now, ma'am. It took a long time to learn, but yeah, just thought I'd tell you all what I know.
Thank you, Ricky.
This helps. Thank you.
You got it, man. Anyway, I think it's time for me and Maxie to free up your phone lines. Thanks for listening, man. I'll let you to it.
Night, Ricky. All right, folks. Looks like we got a new lead in the case. If anyone has any info about this mysterious being, please call in.
If she was George's girlfriend back then, she's probably in her mid to late 30s now. Huh. Oh, we have another call coming in, but hang on.
What's up, Peggy?
Yeah, what?
Peggy?
No, this is the call.
You're gonna want to take this call off the air.
Who is it?
Just do it.
All right, folks, it's time for another track. Here's one to help you sit back and relax. We'll be right back after this.
No, it's not. This is, Casey or one of the other survivors.
You'll like this next song. I hope this is good news, Peggy. Who have we got?
Find out for yourself on line 1.
Hello?
Forrest!
Leslie.
I'm glad I got back through to you. Sounds like it's been a busy night, huh?
It's the police.
Surprise! It's Leslie, our 911 operator, leading the charge from Henderson to come save us. It's so good to hear from you. Are you okay?
We're doing okay. Sarah and I are both happy to be headed back home.
We're happy to have you too. Wait, Sarah?
Oh, yeah, I mean Deputy Martinez. Anyway, we got back into radio range a little while ago. We've been listening in, but haven't been able to get through until now.
It's been non-stop since you left. Please tell us you're bringing help.
You bet! I'm leading
Finally.
the whole goddamn squad towards Gallows Creek as we speak. Turns out somebody had cut the phone lines. They had no idea what was happening.
That's great news. That's crazy about the phone lines, though. Do you think the whistling man cut them?
I'm guessing so. I don't know how the whistling man did it.
Have
But that
they?
doesn't matter right now. Listen, we're coming in hot, but we need your help. I know Gallows Creek isn't a big town, but if we don't know where the whistling man is, we can't get him. Her. That's where you come in.
You can count on us. What do you need?
It might be a long shot, but here goes. The whistling man already called up a few times. I bet she calls again.
How long has she been able to tune in, do you
So
think?
if she calls, stall her. Buy as much time as you can for us to get in. And while you're talking
How
to
does
her,
she know
try
how,
to figure
like,
out where she is.
that Dawn has called us more
We'll
than
be
once?
listening in. So once her location is known, we'll head straight there and end this nightmare.
I'll do my best.
I know you will. Heck, I can see the headlines now. Forrest Nash's interview of a lifetime. Anyway, I'll radio the other cars and tell them the plan is a go. Hopefully the next time I see you, it'll be with our killer behind bars. Take care now.
We'll see you soon, Leslie. Thank God. It sounds like this is almost over. We're nearly through this.
Best we don't waste any time then. Let's get back on air.
You got it. Bringing you back live now.
Welcome back to The Scream with me, Forrest Nash. The line is lit up, but before I get to our next caller, I just want to say things are looking up. It's almost over. But for now, let's bring in our next caller. Evening, caller. This is Forrest Nash.
Hello, Forrest. This is John Hedges. I'm here with Casey. Wanted to give you an update on Jason.
John! Is he gonna be okay?
He's a fighter. He'll be fine. We've got him stabilized and resting in a bed. We're preparing to move him to the hospital.
Thank you so much. If you hadn't been there, then... God, I don't even want to think about what would have happened.
Of course, Casey. We're just happy he's okay.
John, Casey, you two did all
We
the
want
work.
everyone alive this
Tell Jason to
run.
get well soon from us, whenever he's up for it.
Well, why don't you tell him yourself?
Is this Forrest?
Yeah.
Jason, we meet at last.
It's good to hear you, Jason. How are you?
Oh, well, you know. I've got a hole in my stomach, and there's a knife in my leg, but John gave me something to take the edge off. So, I might feel even better than either of you. Oh.
Take it easy until you get to St. Gabriel's.
I will. But, before that, I needed to call you. I'm guessing the whistling man is still out there?
Yep.
Yep. As far as we know, anyway.
I was worried you'd say that. God damn it.
Actually, I'm glad you called. I wanted to talk to you about what happened earlier.
Go for it.
We spoke to Roller Ricky not long after you were attacked.
You spoke to Ricky? Is he alright?
He is now. I mean, he was attacked earlier, but
He's safe,
his call came
is
after.
what I mean to
Hey,
say.
guys, I'm really sorry, but there's a call on the other line. I just need to make sure we don't have another situation brewing. You fill Jason in on what happened. I'll be right back.
Sure.
This is the call.
Sorry, Jason. Where was I? Ah, yep. Ricky's fine. You don't need to worry about
If you know,
him.
you know.
That's a relief.
He told us about George.
Sounds like everything's finally coming out now. It's been tough to hold it all in.
Sounds like you've been holding back about something awful, Jason.
I'm part of the reason my best friend is dead, Forrest. And the few who knew about it said if I ever said anything, I'd find myself in jail. For a long time. It was hell. And then the town just moved on. Like he'd never existed.
What happened?
What happened that night?
I went along with the stupid prank, that's what. Whistling night. Some of the guys on the football team had an idea for a way we could haze the newcomers. We decided to plan a party in the woods. and have the whistling man crash it. It was stupid. We each had a role. I was the stabbed friend. At the party that night, I left the group for a second. Met our whistling man. Pretended to get stabbed in front of everyone. Started an almighty panic. Those screams. That was the last time I saw or heard George alive.
How did George die, Jason?
I don't know. I was playing dead. But when I heard her scream...
Ricky mentioned a girl named Bean. Is that who you mean?
Bean? Oh, yeah. I guess George did call her that. Yeah. He called her Bean. I heard her again tonight, Forrest. Her name was...
What? What happened? Are we still on air?
No, we're not. Seems like the power is completely gone.
How do we get it back on?
I don't, oh, we can use the emergency generator down in the basement. Ricky picked it up a while ago in case we ever needed to do an emergency broadcast.
Far back corner. Why is this station so big?
That's what I want to know. Why is everyone allowed to
That
have like
must be
secret back
it.
rooms?
Boom! We've got power.
Okay, let's head back.
The whistling man.
I need to warn Peggy. Peggy, are you there? Are you... Peggy!
I need to get back upstairs.
Yep.
What the hell?
Okay, I don't know what the jump scare here was. I thought it was going to be at the front door, but it wasn't.
Oh no.
Peggy! Where'd you go?
No way. This can't be happening.
I'm listening.
A call.
Where's Peggy, Don?
Have some patience, Forrest. It's almost the end of the night. Almost the end of the show.
And we're going to save here.
But it's not over just yet. Got a little time still. So let's make the most of it.
What do you mean? Make the most of it how?
Well...
Huh?
I thought we'd end tonight's Whistling Man special with a special guest. The one who started it all. Oh, let me take that out of your mouth and...
You crazy bitch! Let me go!
Welcome to the air, Mr. Teddy.
This is what she has to listen to all day?
Wait.
Buzzing
It's
noise?
all gonna come out tonight, Teddy. Your daddy and his money saved you 20 years ago. You crawled out of his coffin with all the money in the world.
Wait, where the hell is Teddy? How are you talking to him if you're here with me?
Because I'm not there with you, Forrest. I'm here with Teddy. And if he says...
And this is where Murphy's info
he
comes
doesn't
in.
Get it.
Wait, then... Who am I looking at?
Forrest Nash, let me introduce you and all of Gallows Creek to my boy, Henry Barrow.
Hi,
Your
Henry.
son? You mean you... Wait, that he...
Yes, Forrest. He and I had a son.
So there were two whistling men tonight.
Of course. That explains how you were always able to get around town so quickly. And that's how you escaped the secret
need
archives in the newspaper office.
Don't think I've forgotten about that, Forrest. Locking my sweet boy away like an animal.
And Murphy, he was right, wasn't he? He did fight a man.
He did. I taught my boy to never run away from a fight.
Hang on. Did you say Barrow? Then... Are you...
Let me just get this mask off. Damn uncomfortable.
Campbell? George's old girl. Oh, well, it sure has been years since I last saw. Oh, God damn it.
I'd be quiet if I were you, Teddy.
But
I'd listen to Forrest.
Everyone's gonna know now what Teddy did. He killed George that night. This night. 20 years ago.
Listen to me.
You're gonna talk when I talk to you. And not a moment before. Meanwhile, Forrest, I'm gonna give you the chance to talk. You're gonna help me reveal what really happened to George all those years ago.
Why should I help you? Why should I play any part in this?
Because I think you believe in justice.
You think this is justice?
You have no goddamn idea, Forrest. These people you've been trying to save, they were all in on it. They all knew George was murdered, but...
Murdered? Listen,
Teddy, stop talking!
I said you speak when you're spoken to. Now, I know you've done some good work tonight, piecing together what happened to George 20 years ago, and that's why I want you to interview us.
Are you serious? You want me to interview you?
Am I serious? After everything tonight, you really have to ask me if I'm serious. Do a good job. And hell, you might be the only one to leave here alive.
I don't know. Everyone else tonight is alive, so...
If I can buy Leslie time to get back to Gallows Creek, and if I can find out where Marie is, then this can end. Teddy, we'll start with you. Just, talk me through what happened that night. How did it start?
How would I know? It was 20 years ago.
Do you want to die, Teddy? Because if you don't start talking...
Oh. What the hell? God damn it. Okay. Our first team party was coming up. And when I saw the date it was scheduled for, I had an idea for a way we could prank the new guys.
It was the night Mooney, the original Whistling Man, vanished. Isn't that right?
That's right. And, hell, it seemed too perfect to pass up. I was just surprised no one had ever thought to do it before.
Wait. You mean this was the first Whistling night?
Keep talking, Teddy.
We went up near Whistling Point. God, who was there? Me, Jason, and George, of course. But George didn't come alone. He brought Marie.
And Roller Ricky, he was there too, wasn't he?
Yes, Ricky was there too. Runner Ricky, our wide receiver. I helped him off the bottle, you know. Because I'm a decent...
Now's not the time for that.
Is that so?
Yes, it is. He came apart one day. Some people do. He had some issues. Wasn't stable. I didn't want him to hurt his chances in life. So, I helped him keep himself together.
You were afraid he would talk about that night, weren't you?
Keep talking.
About midway through the night, we put the prank into action.
We looked up at the trees and saw Jason there. Bloody, like he'd just been stabbed. And the Whistling Man. Screaming. George and I and Ricky, we got left behind. But Ricky was in on it too. I know he was. He and Teddy were as close as anybody. Teddy must have told him the plan.
Did you ask Ricky if he knew or not?
I didn't see any reason to. Why?
Because Ricky phoned up earlier.
I'm just gonna go along with the same choices that I made last
He had
time.
no idea what was happening. He said he was as terrified as anybody. Isn't that right?
Except
Teddy?
at the end.
You didn't tell him, did you?
Ricky never could keep his mouth shut. If we told him, he would have given everything away.
But he... well... It doesn't matter. He didn't run his mouth enough to tell anybody about it afterwards. He's still guilty.
It was just a stupid prank.
How can you still say it was just a prank?
Oh, come on. God damn it.
It's so wet.
think Jason had been murdered. He thought his best friend was dead.
And so tonight you stabbed him for real?
It's the role he wanted to play.
Jason's still alive, Marie. He was with a friend. We talked her through how to stop the bleeding and got him professional help just in time.
Oh. Well, shame he didn't have the good sense to die earlier. He's gonna regret that. Enough about him. Me and George took off running, but somehow we got separated in the woods. I ended up near the bottom of Whistling Point, and when I noticed George wasn't with me, I panicked. And then, I don't know how he snuck up on me, but the Whistling Man grabs me. I scream, and he starts laughing, telling me it's just a joke.
I can stall for time here. How did you feel in that moment?
I felt like nothing was real. I felt small and confused.
I wonder if none of the other choices meant anything.
Tell me what happened next.
I suddenly recognized it was Chuck. Chuck Brody. It was the Whistling Man. Laughing away. But then he stops. And he's looking up at the top of Whistling Point.
What was he looking at? Teddy, what happened next?
Nothing. I mean, it was just...
Teddy?
George fell off Whistling Point.
How do you know?
How do you know what happened?
I saw it.
You pushed him. You were up there. You were dressed as the Whistling Man too, and
I didn't push him, God damn it! I just chased him up there, and he kept backing up. When I saw he was about to go over, I reached out. That's what you saw.
You liar.
It's not my fault. He didn't know it was a joke.
Maybe you're just really bad at jokes, Teddy.
He would have realized. Ugh. You bitch. No one's going to believe this. After all you did.
If she's lying, why the cover-up?
My future was at stake, Ash. You know what it's like. People like us are bred for bigger things. I'm going to be the mayor of this town, Forrest. And then governor. And then, who knows? What happened that night was tragic. It should never have happened. But it was a mistake. It was just a stupid joke gone wrong. So my father sent Clive out to clean it up. Why should a blip ruin my future?
George was a blip?
If.
That's an evil thing to say, Teddy.
That's the way it is. My father agreed with me.
Sandra found him the next morning while out jazz running.
She found him in the river, but she lied about that to protect Teddy.
She said something about her rent going up, unless she... Teddy, did your father own Sandra Sharp's dance studio?
It's Gallows Creek, not Sharp Creek.
I'd answer the question if I were you, Teddy.
So presumptuous. So entitled.
The town.
That's it then. Your
Teddy is
father
the
was going
worst
to run her
human
out of
being.
business, unless she lied and said she found him in the reservoir instead of the river.
What my father did in his business dealings is nothing to do with me.
The false reports. That's why you killed Sheriff Matthews too, isn't it, Maria? Not just to get him out of the way, but...
Everyone was in on it, Forrest. Even the coroner wrote a fake report. Said George was drinking. That he just got himself into trouble. And...
I saw. I'm sorry. For all it's worth, Virginia didn't have much of a choice. She had a sick sister whose treatments she couldn't afford. She played along with the gallows to save her sister's life. And her own.
Even still, she should have told the truth.
Yes, make the killer falter.
Everything I could think of. I even went to the newspaper.
Well, I mean, she isn't a killer yet.
Killed the story.
We've saved everyone.
We'll take care of Maurice Russell later.
You've been through hell, Marie. I'm sorry.
You've got no idea. Never should have started. He shouldn't have pushed my George off the cliff. He should have been punished. It's coming to a stop. At least for now. Here, where George and I first met, before he joined the football team, was right after he shot the winning throw.
Wait a sec.
Before he joined the football team.
Gallows Creek High, in the gymnasium.
That's right, Forrest. Not that it matters. Yes, we're here. Anyway, I think that about wraps up the interview with Teddy. So... Marie? Where? Oh my god.
Peggy!
Teddy?
You gotta help me.
Quiet. You'll talk more later. Now I have to talk to someone who mattered more than you ever did. Peggy. It's been so long since I've seen your face. I worried you wouldn't come. Marie! Oh my god. I thought you... And here I was, thinking you'd forgot me. I'd never forget my own sister.
Sister? Peggy, what's happening? Why are you even there?
Wanna explain, Peggy?
Earlier, while you were speaking to Jason,
Mhm.
I got a call.
Yeah, that was the call.
You remember? Well, it was from Dawn. She said that my sister Marie was there that night George died, and that I should come to the gym for a reunion.
And when you walked in, you found out.
That my sister is the Whistling Man.
So is your nephew.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
She said that it was my last chance to see my sister. I knew if I told you, you'd try to stop me or come with me when we need you on the radio. And I just...
You should have said something. You should have told me.
I know, okay? I should have. But I didn't imagine this situation then, so just... What happened to you, Marie? You just disappeared one day.
Disappeared? I was thrown out, Peggy. I begged Mom and Dad to do something about what happened that night, but did they care? No, they told me to stay quiet. They only cared when they learned that I'd been with George, and...
Marie, I'm so sorry. I never knew.
Yeah, Peggy was probably kept in the dark. She was quite
Mom
young.
and Dad I should be seeing right now. But since they're dead and gone, well... I'll have to settle for the next best thing.
Wait. Is that why you went after that kid in the maze? Eugene Stein? Because his parents?
That's right. Eugene's parents were there that night too. But they got themselves killed in a bus accident. And since only their child was left...
Marie, please.
Mom and Dad are gone, Peggy. Besides, you forgot me. Just like
Thanks for the follow.
You forgot
Marie, Peggy never forgot about you.
Keep your mouth shut.
She kept a card from you. She kept it here on her desk.
Yep,
What
we have it
card?
right here.
The card you made me for my 8th birthday. What does it say then?
Happy birthday, Peg. Now you're great and 8. Love, M.
Aww.
Well,
Henderson police! Freeze!
There we are.
Henry! Get out of there!
Peggy!
We have 2 wounded, and we're in pursuit of the suspect.
Henderson police! Freeze!
Forrest!
Leslie, how's Peggy?
She's been cut pretty bad, but we're here now. I'll be okay.
And Teddy?
God, Marie! Hey, Zara! I need you to look after Peggy. She needs help. Now, we got here just in the nick of time.
Thank
Where's
goodness.
Marie?
She bolted right as we got here. The police are right on her heels. It won't be long now. It's over, Forrest.
Well, folks, it was a long night, but we made it through together. I'm gonna head off to go check on Peggy. This has been Forrest Nash.
I can't believe he still has the chops to do this.
And it's been a scream.
Now the big question is, did we finish the speed run? We did! We did it! We made it, guys. We did the speed run. We saved everyone.